Arrendor is on the brink of upheaval. For centuries, the clan struggled against giants until 400 years ago, when dragons crossed the Great Sea, forcing them to unite and build the 10 Bastions. As the threat faded, the clans fractured into the 10 kingdoms, and all but the last Bastion were abandoned. As ancient calamities stir and darkness rises in the east, my 4 champions must rise up to unite the kingdoms, restore the Bastions, uncover their secrets, and stand against this darkness as a declaration of war.
Calagon Dör. I will discover the secrets of my lineage and cement my legacy as one of the greatest adventurers of all time.
Cleave still in here. The migration of the dragons forced the migration of peoples and beasts, which brings death. We're all invasive species now. I won't let us become extinct ones.
The name's Rodrick Elwood, the voice of this generation, and the greatest performer in lore. Oh, and you should see me with a bow.
And I, Arlyn Dursalai, searching for my father's sword, Trident, to bring justice to these lands. Together, we are the 4 Horsemen.
And this is Divine Inspiration.
Hello and welcome back, guys!
I forgot about that.
So close, so close. Well done now.
Mostly Manny.
Welcome back for another fantastic week with the 4 Horsemen. That being said, gather around, get cozy, and enjoy as we tell stories of legend by Divine Inspiration. Last week, where we left off, the 4 Horsemen had all been gathered up into a prison system within this goblin encampment where they met up with a series of new allies and enemies alike. Among the allies was Nindal, the orc potion maker, who carried with him potions of enlargement and reduction. Jean Canito, the archaeologist, the man that they've been in search for, who Joel is apparently not a huge fan of just because of his name, who was able to show them the images of a lost bastion, along with some hidden lore, the history of this fallen stronghold that got them to level 2, in case I need to remind anyone how awesome Jean Canito was.
Deuce.
There was Felgren, a soldier from this fallen stronghold, this bastion, who uses the powers of separate barriers to aid in combat and defend others. An older gentleman who seemed to vanish without a trace as soon as battle broke out. Bjelnik, an unusual man who ended up fighting another raging woman that they later learned to be named Barb, as those two got thrown into the Colosseum, where they alone fought for their lives for the entertainment of the masses. Now, after Rodrick had snuck his way in through the entire Goblin City and gotten his allies freed, Cleave decided he would go back in and help one of the fellow prisoners, the orc Nindal, and luckily, seemingly saved his life. Nindal, now carried in Cleave's pocket, has followed along with them as they continued their escape, eventually losing the hobgoblin ally that they had for just a brief moment, and luckily was not nearly as important to their plan as they seem to have thought for at least a moment, while Calagon was being held down, primarily powerless without his staff. Sorry, Calagon. Now, Rodrick, on the other hand, decided that in his more daring move, would he step forward out into the entryway of this Colosseum, where he was able now for the first time to see the actual leadership behind the goblins, seated directly in this balcony, center stage, surrounded by the goblin hordes. And he was able to recognize 2 goblins, specifically hobgoblins, that they had seen previously out in the desert. And one of them was the one he had spoken with before blowing up an entire stronghold and vanishing into the... I guess, was that one into the night or into the day? I don't even remember. Well,
The
regardless.
map was daytime. I remember that.
As they escaped this prison system, they were met with the image of all of these goblins, hobgoblins, and the like, looking to the skies, rather distracted from these escaped prisoners. And as they looked to the skies in return, they noticed the small draconic, what am I saying today, guys? Draconic form of Barry, specifically Calagon's friend, companion, familiar, however you'd like to call him. And as Barry now dove down from the sky upon Calagon's order, he let off multiple bursts of energy into the tents below him in an effort to distract these goblins and draw all the attention toward himself. As he did, you guys watch as arrows from all over now start to fly up into the sky towards where Barry is. And as it begins this kind of rain of arrows, you can hear now the 3 guest party members, if you will, now talking amongst themselves as they all call out. Jean first saying, well, I guess this is a good time as any to escape. Whereas Felgrin instead stops and asks, guys, did you say we had wings on the outside? Please don't tell me those are our wings.
Yeah, those are our wings.
Unfortunately, they're a little bit too small to carry the lot of us.
Barry, get out of here.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
As you all say those things, you, having just told Barry now to fly upward, you can see where this rain of arrows goes up above him and now starts to curtain in above as he flies upward into this kind of hail of deadly arrows. And in a last-ditch effort, you hear a voice call out from behind you. I hope I can help. And you see as this small flickering of light starts to appear around Barry. And as he flies up, you can see as arrow after arrow start to crash into this barrier.
Oh.
And you watch.
Amazing.
And as the barrier takes these hits, you watch as it starts getting lighter and lighter, eventually cracking. And as Barry goes with one final flap, you see as this shield of energy surrounding him just crumbles around him.
Come on.
And an arrow hits
No.
directly into Barry's side, just under the wing.
No.
And as Barry starts to fall, you see that the wave of arrows has not yet ended. And as he falls from the sky, you see another right through the wing.
No.
And plummeting, now hundreds of feet. Barry, still in this effort to try to pull everybody away from you guys, given the last order of his friend, his mentor, his father figure, Calagon, is going to do his best to try to pull all of the attention away from the 4 horsemen and their allies as he continues flapping to the best of his ability. You watch as his body now hits the top of this central tent, and he gets back up, bloodied and beaten. And you can see as he looks your way, his eyes wide now, and with the flap of a wing, you can see lightly from your angle as there's a light splatter from it as he now takes back to the skies, off up ahead, trying to lead these goblins away from you all.
Oh.
Wait. Where did he fall to?
He fell on top
tower?
of this tent.
Right by us.
Pretty close to you guys, yeah.
Okay. Well, whenever he goes to that tent, I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna yell, Barry, come here. Barry, Barry, get over here.
Okay,
Don't die.
fantastic. All right.
Is he dying?
He's dying.
I saw him get shot.
Oh, do we see it? I assumed it was just through like his
Oh no,
awareness.
yeah, you could see it.
Oh, no.
Everything
Yeah.
is
Okay.
just watching
Oh,
upward.
okay,
There's
I'll
an
be right
entire
there
rain
with
of
you.
arrows that starts to now clatter all around you. You take it these goblins aren't the best in terms of safety. They don't really care for proper precautions, and you guys all have to kind of take a step back under one of the coverings overhead as arrows now start to fall around you, and soon enough, luckily.
I'm
Get
gonna
him
run.
out of here.
I'm gonna run
Jumps
towards him as he
down.
runs towards me.
Nice. Okay.
Run and scoop him up.
Fantastic. I would like to note that I genuinely, having had accounted for proper attacks for every single creature type on this map, along with the amount of cover that he might have from them, and Felgren's ability, rolled to see how many would hit him, and specifically only 2 of the arrows did in fact hit per just randomized rolls, to a total of 10 damage on him. As you run over and scoop him up, you can feel the blood on Barry as you kind of pull him close into you, and as you do so, you notice he's grown.
He's bigger.
Huh?
Barry's bigger.
No.
I'm gonna run him back
Not
to
by a
the
lot,
group.
but a little bit.
I'm gonna run him back to the group.
This has clearly stolen the attention of every goblin in this area.
And now it's
I'm
on
going
us.
to ask Barry. Do you think you got one more fly in you? Just one more. And then I'm gonna run over to grab the potion with which. Who has it?
Actually, you had one already, right? I think you pocketed one that had been thrown
One was
off
No,
to the
I
side,
didn't
right?
pocket it. I didn't pocket it.
Was it
Somebody.
Arlyn?
I think it was Arlyn that did, right?
Pocketed what?
The
A
potion?
giant potion?
The potion.
Or was
did
it
I?
Rodrick?
We handed
I don't
one off
think
to
I
one
did.
of you guys.
I don't remember
Maybe it was
taking a
Rodrick.
potion.
Yeah,
Was it
Rodrick.
you?
Well, I'm going to take the potion from Rodrick, which is just stunned and in fear and shock. Yeah, I'm going to pour
Mindal
it.
looks to you as you do so. That's a dragon. What are you doing?
I'm
Not
already,
yet, it's not.
I'm already pouring it into his mouth.
Oh,
pouring it into his mouth.
We'll show you a
And
dragon.
then I'm going to set him
Let's
down and
go.
step back.
All right, you watch now as you do so. These goblins start pouring in from around, and you can tell that they're all looking around, trying to figure out where this dragon just went. And as you drop him down, you can see as pretty rapidly just.
I'm also going to, not to be the only one talking right now, sorry guys. I'm
join you
looking at anybody trying to come close, anyone that's going to attack Barry as he's getting bigger. I want to like prepare a pretty much a strike or be ready to
Okay.
defend him.
In
Okay.
similar fashion, I would like to pull all of my squirrel spit covered good berries out of my pocket and toss them into his bigger mouth whenever he gets big.
Okay. Cool.
Berry! Have some berries!
Dang, how many good berries? You should have like all of them, right?
All of them. I never used one.
So you're giving all
I'll
of
give
them
him all
to
10.
him?
Yeah, if he took 10, I'll give him 10. Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
Yeah. I'll say reasonably you should be able to give every good berry at once, technically. And you watch as Barry grows and grows larger than you've ever seen before.
Whoa.
And you see now as this medium-sized dragon now sits about the size of a grown man between you all.
Not big enough.
That's not,
not
big
big enough.
enough.
Do we have more potions? Does it get any bigger? No, it doesn't. Oh.
I would like for all of you guys to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Oh no.
Let's see if
Bro, it's
the
okay.
guy David
gonna
let me
use
really works as well as
David's
he
dice.
says. There you go.
He's fully
If
healthy
you don't
and he's
mind,
ready
sir.
to fight
That's not
now.
bad.
Get those 10 hit points back.
They do work better.
Wow. I think it's the roller.
No, not for me. He came in through for me.
2, okay.
Jeez.
Should I roll for Barry, or do you got that?
Wow, that was a 20.
He's in this. At
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point.
go ahead.
He's in this fight
You don't
with
have a
us.
good dexterity? I thought you would have a good dex.
More of a tank.
Understood.
Yeah, my dex
All right,
is
anybody
0.
have between 25 and 20?
11.
Nothing? All right, 15 to 19 there?
Barry,
Barry, what's he at?
16.
16. All right. All right, and what do you guys have?
I got 14.
I got a 2.
I got a 9.
Quite bad. I guess
Okay.
I'm last as always. Front line at the end.
All right. You hear as Nindal starts freaking out briefly. We shouldn't. Why is it acting? They're similar. If I can get my hands on the right products, I could whip something up. We could get smaller, but only using what we have on hand. We have to be fast. We need to find something quickly. They have what we need. We just need to find the right tent, They have my
Smaller?
things,
Why do you want to get smaller?
so we can ride him out.
How much time?
It would take just a moment.
Go. We'll hold
he's
him
a
off. Please, we need to hold him off.
Well, with that, Barry is up first as he's.
That being said,
I don't remember exactly where, but I believe it's somewhere to the southwest of here. We need to move quickly.
question. How big are these goblins?
The goblins are relatively small overall.
How big is Barry's mouth?
Definitely
Now,
enough to
do some damage.
to do some serious damage for
Thank
sure.
you, Moby, for the plan.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Moby goes, will Barry eat goblins like little berries? Num num num. Dragons like goblins.
Oh man.
That's
Let's
amazing.
Go.
All right.
Innocent little Barry's about to get
So,
savage.
for the sake of not like cheating too much here, I'm going to recover the map for the most part for you players here at the table so that you guys can see just what is around you rather than going too in depth as far as the details coming at you here. Barry is going to be up first, followed by the entirety of every single NPC that is on this map currently.
Let's go take a look at the map.
Okay. Yeah. Let's
Whether
see
you can
that.
see them or not.
we have to go southwest.
Okay.
It's somewhere southwest of where you guys currently are. That is all that Nindal currently remembers. Let me move you guys all onto the board
Okay.
there. He is currently still in Cleave's pocket as he shouts these things to you all.
I guess we're going to have to fight our way out. As I stand in the back.
Yeah, I guess.
Which way's our exit? North or south? Or east or west? I don't
It's direct south of here, and then you have to cut east out of the gates.
know. Okay,
so
so,
there's
it's like,
like a-
barely
a-
out the way.
There's like a main gate,
All right.
and then there's the like overall city gate out to the east. So it's like a massive city that's divided up into like threes essentially. So you guys are in like the north sector that has its own private gate.
So,
So if you
I'm-
exit south, then there's another.
does his force breath get any bigger because he's bigger?
You better believe it does,
Okay.
but you don't know by how much currently.
Okay, so okay, so first things first, baby. Barry is ticked off. Let's just get started with that. We're gonna start moving southwest, right? Let me move my guy. So Barry's gonna lead the way here, and I would like him to shoot.
There's a dead end that way.
Is there?
FYI.
We have to go
Yes,
southwest.
you specifically would have noticed that briefly as you ran to pick up Barry, so I will give you the benefit of the doubt on that one.
So we got to go south, then west, not southwest.
I dig
Got it. All right. Barry's going to move into this alleyway where he is pretty much in front of all four of these people. Probably can't reach the goblin behind. And
Okay.
he is going to release the most fierce force
go.
breath that we've ever seen
Woof.
in person.
Here
and
we
I would
go.
like to make sure that the cone is with that one hobgoblin all the way to the other if he can make it.
To the two hobgoblins? specifically, like up top?
The hobgoblin to the goblin. I don't know how much. This isn't gridded, so it is. Okay. Oh yeah, so it's not going to be that big. So
That grid
the
is
edge of his
really,
the edge
really
of his
faint.
cone is that hobgoblin, and then whatever the rest hits, I don't know how much cubic.
Okay, so the lower hobgoblin to whatever goblins he can
Yeah.
hit essentially.
Are
in
they, yeah,
that
can I
cone.
can I get like a visual on like what are the levels here? Like, is that a really tall building or is that just like?
Yeah, it's about 30 feet up from where you're at currently.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Okay, that's the cone you're trying to go for, like that, something like that.
what is the range on Barry's current breath?
10
feet?
10-foot cone. Yep.
Fantastic. Okay, and so it would be currently a 40-foot cone, just able to hit all three of these.
Let's go.
I'm worried about the guy to the left though too, because he could just look down. Now hitting this structure, is that gonna with force? Is that gonna cause it to
We'll find out.
fall down? That's what I'm trying to do. Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
What is the damage rolled for his breath weapon here?
1d4 plus 1, but he's bigger.
1d4
so
plus 1. Go ahead and roll 4d4 for me.
4d4.
Plus 4.
It's like health potions.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what is the save on this?
DC 11 Constitution.
Constitution.
Okay.
That's at a smaller form. I don't know if
Dang, remind me how much damage you said?
16, right? So is that 16?
Yeah.
Nice, okay. Well, luckily, the only one that made that save that would have had that damage is one of the goblins that
Okay.
has 7 health.
Yep.
So you watch now as Barry just now harmed,
Yeah.
just kind of jumps up into a defensive stance and chest out and blows half this building out the
Let's
way
go.
along
Yeah.
with the hobgoblin. You just
Barry,
watch
use
as he
force break.
flails sideways in this kind of like twister and just off into the distance into a wall way behind the building.
I'm gonna turn to everybody and be like, "Boys, we got a dragon."
Oh man.
All right, those 3 are all dead, and with that, you watch now as the other hobgoblin, unfortunately still alive, does not take too well to this. He immediately starts coming down towards Barry. Okay. Wow. At the same time, luckily,
Not very.
that Felgren is able to move into the way and start his own intercession here, if you will. My goodness, exact same rolls every time. This has been crazy. Okay, not bad. All right, as they now start to duke it out, you watch as Felgren goes and drops a leg onto the stairwell where the hobgoblin is, and the hobgoblin just puts his foot down onto the last few stairs, and as he goes to jump into Felgren's face, this small barrier appears right at his foot, causing him to slip downward instead, and losing his footing, tumble his way down onto the ground, sliding just past Felgren now, and he's going to go ahead and take... Ooh, no he's not. Felgren is actually going to choose not to take an attack of opportunity, and instead push ahead of Barry.
Okay, I like this guy.
Felgren is, however, very small right now.
Yeah.
And as you see him push forward, you can hear Nindal cry out from inside of Cleave's cloak. We're not what we should be. We're not going to do well against them in combat. We need to get out quickly. Those two are just going to go ahead and take the dodge action for the time being. The hobgoblin is prone and without his action for the moment, as we're going to watch these goblins now start to, one after the next, crawl
There's so
out
many of them, guys.
into this. Actually, no, these ones were the ones that were dead, so luckily those are gone. But
Nice.
this one would definitely start moving in. And there's probably going to be a fair bit of movement from below that you guys probably don't see just yet, but you can certainly hear as there's some shouting going on throughout the city. You can tell that these creatures are now in search of whatever it was that just moved. And you can hear and even see now where another goblin runs out from the tent above and starts scoping the area out. And he's just running back and forth until he finds you guys. Unfortunately, that would expend his movement, though. So for the time being, we're going to move on to Cleave, followed by Calagon.
So
Man.
start running southwest, and
Yes,
looking for
I
looking
say-
for a tent.
I
don't know
say
how far
we
you can go.
continue running.
Well, we're running towards
Something like that.
everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna run towards everybody,
Yeah.
and then
Everyone take the dodge action and run.
the first goblin to either be in my line of sight overhead, somewhere I can push them off of like somewhere high, or to attack one of my people, whichever one comes first. I'm going to use Gust to try to blow them away, either away from an ally or off of a building.
Okay. The closest one that you can see currently is going to be the goblin, like right in your face here, obviously. Make a perception check, I'll say, just to see if you can see that goblin from overhead here.
These dice mean nothing. Let's see. It's gonna be a 4.
4. Unfortunately, that is the only goblin that you can currently see from where you're at.
It is.
There is,
Gotta be
yeah,
better
no,
way.
you wouldn't be able to see much else past that, unfortunately.
No, then I'll just wait
So you
until.
just hold?
Yeah, it'll be a held action.
Okay.
But I'm also just generally looking around for tents. What I'm standing next to is not a tent, right? That's like a cliff, like a rock.
There's a tent overhead on the northeast and a tent in that like center place. Otherwise, it's just almost like smaller like pavilions. There's like these are just kind of those like canopies, not full size or anything like that.
Yeah, I'll just keep running south until we get a southwestern tent
Alright.
that I can look through.
Do you want to use up the rest of your movement or
No, because I'm holding the action to blow
Okay.
something away.
Cool. All right. Then yeah, next up, Calagon followed by Arlyn.
Okay. So this big circle tent to the left, is that elevated high enough to see it from where we're at, or is that
You can
out of our
definitely see
sight?
that. Yeah, that one's way.
So
way
we
up.
can see all the goblins on the tent.
Forgive me. Those are inside. You're not supposed to see that right now.
Got it. Okay. I have no idea
Except
that they're there.
for the one that I'm leaving visible there. He is outside the tent. The rest are still making plenty of noise, though, so that's not too bad.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna run and hold on. Where was I? I can't see the squares, but if you can move me just towards where Cleave is.
Sure.
And,
let me see here. So 30. Do you want to use the entirety of your 30 feet? You would make it to right before the goblin.
We're attacking that goblin, right? Is there a reason why you didn't?
I pretty much nailed that. That was good. My 30 feet, sorry. I just didn't. I'm just being reactive. Rather than
He's
proactive
holding
right
an
now, but
action.
You can be proactive. You do you.
I'm gonna go ahead and firebolt that goblin.
Nice. Okay. Very smart. As you can tell that he is ready to strike whoever comes nearest to him. That goblin is also being reactive in the moment. You guys know that goblins aren't the bravest. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay.
You got this. Hey, that's what we did.
16.
16
I
does in
was
fact
thinking
hit.
I was thinking about doing that for a second.
Awesome.
So as you just
I know.
run forward, you just shooting out, I guess of your hand at this point.
Out of my hands.
Nice.
That's all I got.
Very cool.
And a 10.
10 damage.
Yep.
Sheesh. You
Man.
just running forward in Barry's defense, just fire off a fireball and watch as this goblin just curls into a flaming ball of burning mass and
Ouch.
drops onto the ground dead.
Yep, and that'll end my turn.
All right. Well, yeah, there you go.
You guys are now, however, filling the entirety of this small hall space.
Who?
Oof, that's not good.
I should have done friends. And then try to like send them away.
Arlyn, what you got?
All right. Will they let me through easily, or is it gonna take double movement or whatever?
Yeah, it'd be
I would
hard
say
to
for like 5
make a
feet of it, it
friendship
would be
right
double
here.
movement regardless, just because there are so many of them packed in with stalls and everything.
Yeah.
So it would be tough to move through there.
Okay. Okay. It seems like a clear path, so I'm going to. The grid is so hard to see.
You guys
10,
not have the
15.
ruler tool?
20.
There should be a tool on there that allows you to just measure out the amount of feet that it would be on there. Everything is perfectly
True.
sized.
Okay.
a
I'll
ruler
go.
tool. I don't see a tool. Oh, there it is.
If only my finger didn't block
Found it.
I am going to dash down here.
All right, what do you got?
Like here.
Okay.
It'd probably be like there. Yeah, so I'm dashing.
Cool.
And just waiting for everybody else. basically.
Fantastic. Alrighty. Well then we're right back up top with Barry.
Barry is going to guard our 6.
Okay.
He's not flying. He's gonna stay down.
Yeah. So
I don't have any spells left. I can't even learn.
I'm trying to figure out. I guess it would just be on Rodrick. I will let anyone here decide how they would like to play it out instead, as Rodrick is going to be the one person now to try to combat the hobgoblin that's just on the ground still where you guys
way.
all were throughout this whole time.
No
Yeah, I
way.
forgot about him, huh?
about that guy.
I forgot about the hobgoblins, to be honest.
Get him, Rodrick.
So, I'll tell you what, Manny, go ahead and make just an attack roll for me, and I will add the relevant modifiers and so on.
Oh, I forgot about that
That's so
hobgoblin, to be
funny.
honest.
He's prone too, so do we get
Actually, no. Uh-oh.
do we get advantage because he's prone?
Do I get advantage?
So, Roderick's only weapons on hand currently are a bow and multiple arrows.
Oh, no.
I
you-
will let you decide. Would you like to stab or shoot?
Stab with an
Stab.
arrow.
Okay.
It doesn't even matter.
Knowing full well at this point, that's fine. Go ahead and roll again.
Yes!
Let's
Thank the Lord!
You gotta use his dice.
Wasn't that one?
Gosh.
Here we go.
All right, let's go.
All
Other
right.
side.
Sorry, David.
Here
We're
we
not
go.
doing good on your name here.
Why is
7.
Manny rolling? Why would you make Manny roll?
Yeah, why are you making me
Out of
roll?
all the people.
7
I
on
was
the
gonna say
die.
Joel's been rolling
On the
terribly
die.
this whole time. You last time got stuck with a bunch of half giants the whole
Yeah.
session because of that.
Could be
So I mean,
worse, could be worse.
he was the best bet.
This is still all your fault.
He's got a good dexterity.
Wow, now I'm
Sorry,
getting
guys.
decent
This
rolls.
is
It was a 7 plus modifiers.
Roderick's probably just gonna look down and trying to stab at this hobgoblin. Just kind of back up, look to the rest of you, and realize like he's in it alone. He's go. As he looks to the archaeologist, who just now kind of like scurries around him.
No way.
Just kind of keeping against the underside of this stairwell, and pressing now towards Barry. Forgive me. What was Barry doing? You said
Barry was just guarding our. I was just staying behind the pack.
Okay.
He doesn't want to run out front. He's gonna guard behind us.
Okay.
Stupidly, I said that as there's a hobgoblin behind
You
us.
did
and I
say he's
forgot
going to
about
guard
it.
behind you. Do you want
Yeah.
him? I'll say he alone can definitely make an attack. You did specify he's going to guard your 6,
Yeah.
right? So I mean,
Oh, what the heck is that? What is that?
By the way, while you roll, thank you, Anthony, for 200 moonstones.
hey, let's go.
Nice.
What a
And
guy,
for letting
what a
us
guy.
test out Moby. He went back to sleep.
Aw.
Thank
Good
you.
night,
Can't
Mo.
wait till he's in full release.
Wait, do I need a roll attack for force breath?
No. Sorry, that's
Okay.
you just roll damage. I have to roll.
Gotcha.
the Constitution save on that
And
one.
right now you said it's 4d4.
Yes.
Rodrick is in that cone now.
He can fire off a little bit just to kind of
Okay.
shape it elsewhere. Or you could choose to make a different kind of attack if you prefer.
I mean, he's too far to bite. And that's all I got. Force breath and bite.
Yeah, I mean, Barry
Yeah.
could move and then come back if you'd like. But he would just go into
Let's
the
not
hobgoblin
bite him.
space.
Let's save Barry's, sanity a little bit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. Out of curiosity,
Uh-huh.
how much do you feel that Barry would like Rodrick at this point?
I feel like Barry would not would not hurt him. He's the one that. Yeah, that's a good point though. No, I mean he brought him all the way over here and stuff, so I think
That's
he'd be
true.
fine.
That's true.
Yeah.
They
They're,
did have a
they're,
good
they're besties right now.
comeback.
He brought him back to Calagon.
Yeah.
All right.
That is
cool.
true.
Then as this
Very true.
hobgoblin slips and everybody starts running past, you see as Gene now just kind of hiding along the wall gets away from this, as Barry now just kind of pounces forward and with one more breath, and you watch as the hobgoblin just rolls into a stand behind him, and this table just kind of collapses on top of his body. And Rodrick
is
just
he gone though? Or?
kind of looking past, kind of looks up. All right, moving on, and starts running off towards the rest of you guys.
All right,
All right, he's not dead.
moving on.
Which puts it at the NPC's turn at large. Felgren is going to try to move through you guys, which will be unfortunately inhibited by that same space that you guys were dealing with a second ago. And the city is alive, and it will continue moving. As you guys can now start to see, as you guys have gotten closer, that some of these goblins now are appearing from places that you didn't even know existed, starting to crawl out of cracks below huts. And you can now see as a bugbear, this large, hairy, heinous-looking creature, comes out from underneath this tapestry.
Is it visible
A bugbear?
on the map?
Let me show you guys just a little bit more here.
Is that
Now
what
that
they
you guys
do?
can see.
They just make every animal a bear in this.
Oh no.
The goblin will probably just jump and climb down properly. And actually, oh, there are two bugbears here. Even better.
Yikes.
This one would probably also just jump it. This bugbear is going to take it a little bit easier and take the slightly longer path. But he will go fast as he...
Boom, that's the one right
Gets
there.
up
As
to
soon
it.
as he comes up on the edge of that banister.
Incredible.
Gust.
What's your save?
Love it.
Let me
Ooh. Love it.
I think that is it's not it's 12, and I believe it's dexterity, but let me double check on that stat real fast. Might be strength.
Does anyone else feel like we're an acrobat?
And what? Sorry? Oh,
Acrobat with the music.
nice.
And sand. And
Strength saving throw. Okay.
Strength saving throw.
Strength of 12.
Okay.
Strength saving throw of 12.
You wait, and as
better
this
use
creature
non-goblin
appears,
dice, okay.
you can see now that he was reaching for this rope on this pulley system, and as the gust comes, he just grabs hold of it last second and grabbing
Ah, I
around with
gotcha.
both hands and 1 foot, he just kind of pulls himself to it
No way.
and starts down at you.
nice.
Well,
But that's all he's got for the time being. Cleave, it is actually your turn though.
try again. Sorry about that. I just. And that's
What did you say the save was?
the strength save of 12.
Let me double check, but
Like
He precisely
automatically.
he meets it exactly,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Aw,
He
man.
wouldn't have had he not had advantage for having been prepped specifically saving from that, and I just said he was holding on to ropes because of this gust. So unfortunately, as you blow this second gust of wind at him, he's just getting angrier and angrier, watching now as you're sitting there and he just hair flying back in his face, just trying his best to growl through it. As you can see now,
You
he's
bested me this time.
pulling up this little platform from the ground, coming up towards him a little bit. Would you
just
like
gonna
to
run
do
forward.
anything else?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
gonna
just gonna keep
run
going.
toward him? All right.
Well, he'll
I mean,
move
yeah,
too.
accurate.
Wait, actually, let me just do a whole. Yeah, let me do. Are we under there? Is that under, or is that a?
That's all rocky terrain right where you're at there, so yeah, you'd be moving just around
Like
where
that?
you're at.
I'll go there. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So Nindal's still in your pocket. Oh man, yeah, he's probably gonna note. Cleave, just make sure you don't wear yourself out. You need to be able to get small enough to join us as well.
Right. That's gonna be a future Gus.
Okay, Calagon followed by Arlyn.
Okay. I'm noticing all this stuff going on. I can still see that the big tent, like you said, from on the other side. We need some kind of distraction. They know where we are. I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at the tent on the other side towards the roof and try to catch that tent on fire.
So towards this central tent.
The central tent right over there and try to misdirect where they are, like, so people think maybe the destruction's happening
you
on the
probably
other
need to
side.
move out a little bit to get
Out
a
a
good
little
visual
bit.
of the whole thing.
So,
But definitely makes sense. Yeah,
Oh, how about that? I'll step on this table right there too.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. I will still say make an attack roll to see
Okay.
just how closely you can get it to your desired target.
Okay.
18,
That is a 22.
Yeah. All right.
No
all right.
way.
We're still in. We got it. Come on. Come on.
Okay.
And it says a flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being. And then after I do that, I'm gonna say, Cleave, if you can make the fire bigger, make it bigger.
I can keep blowing wind around.
You're like,
Probably be about there then. Okay. Fantastic.
Does it
you
catch?
can now see where it catches the top of this tent and it starts to immediately ignite this corner. From where you're standing now, you can just barely, like, kind of like hopping up, see the heads of two goblins as they have left this tent and are now looking above them to the fire and trying to figure out where this dragon is that seemingly lit this tent on fire. As you can hear them screaming one to another in goblin, and you can see one motioning with his hand as far as, like, clearly trying to showcase, like, dragon did this.
yep.
Quite confused for the moment.
All right.
Is there anything else that you'd like to do on your turn?
That's all I'm gonna do.
Very cool. Okay. Well then, go ahead and do your thing, Arlyn.
All right. Let's see what we got going on around here.
Do I still have the antler, by the way?
You did pull an antler, didn't
I did, yeah. I should still have
Yeah.
it, right? Okay. Just throwing that out
Yeah,
there.
that's his
Yes,
new staff.
so.
I haven't tried to use it yet, but I still have it.
Okay, so
something
this
like that.
over here, I'm
have to
guessing is
first.
like an underpass, right?
Doesn't mean Calagon
Yes,
knows that.
exactly right.
Area.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I was like here. I figure I should be like in the midst of things to make sure I can protect whoever's around me, not
Okay.
running up ahead. And so what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna reach back. No, I don't have it. We don't have any of our stuff.
We'll find it right now.
I don't have a javelin.
You don't have any
man.
spells. You don't have a sword. Please don't say that ends my turn. Please don't say that ends my turn. Please don't say that ends my turn.
Please don't say what?
That ends my turn.
You got anything?
I am going to
Did the goblins
do
drop
the
anything?
block action on anybody around me if they try to get attacked.
Okay, so you're gonna try to just guard whoever.
Whoever is within 5 feet of me.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
no matter what happens in the next turn.
All right. So currently it's going to be Cleave and Nindal. Felgren is just behind you, but you've noticed that he starts pushing ahead of everyone typically.
So I say, stick around me. I'll protect you if anything happens. As we all bunch up.
Okay. Let's see. 35, 30.
I think that's the best move.
Fantastic. Okay.
So I could move forward, but
Luckily-
like, what's the point?
That does not kill the general distancing. Go ahead and take Barry's turn as the others start to run up as well.
Does his walking speed change now? It was 15 as a small little berry.
It would be.
Is it 30 now?
Yeah, it would be.
Just a normal
Actually,
30.
let me double check something.
His flying speed's a lot more, but
Yeah, go ahead and use 30 for now, but let me double
Okay.
check something. Yes, 30.
okay. Well, at this point, I think we're just moving as one unit. But so Barry is going to move.
Good stuff, David.
Are you talking to the mic, David, please?
There you go. Come on.
He's been so quiet this session.
Yes,
'Cause he wasn't
quiet.
facing
Rodrick,
the mic,
for
yeah.
the first time, Rodrick's not saying a word.
Barry's just gonna come join me. And does he see that goblin off to the right, or in the middle of the map there? I can't tell the elevation.
That one would be a lot harder to see currently.
Okay.
If he were to like climb up or fly up, then he obviously could.
Can I use part of his speed to walk, part to like hover?
I'll tell you this much: he has a 60 fly speed currently, and he can fly through this area with relative ease.
Okay.
So unless
I
you
just
guys
don't
are all
want him
squished
to. I don't want him
together.
to be susceptible to arrow attacks. So I don't want him to fly.
But you want to keep
I
him
want him to
flying
be-
but low.
I want to pretty much shoot over Felgren is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, that's
okay.
not an issue.
So I'm gonna move him pretty much right here, have him get a good eyesight to that bugbear, and then the rest of the cone will go towards that tent. But let's do a force breath to the bugbear.
Okay.
Yo, can he menacingly climb the wall a little bit before he does it? Dramatic.
He menacingly climbs the wall a little bit before he does
yeah.
it, even though he could fly.
So I like to hear. But they're both equally scary. I would be freaked out. by
Yeah, I
either
kind of
one.
picture him like kind of jump, flap, grab onto the edge.
Yeah.
He's like,
And then I want him to telepathically say to Calagon, "I'll always protect you." Can I do that, or can I put words in his mouth?
I mean, yeah, absolutely you can. It is true. As Barry now climbing the edge of this, just and go ahead and roll your damage. Let's see how this bugbear does this time.
3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
So
11.
And this is
pretty good.
what is the save on this one again?
I think it was 13. Let me double check. It is. Oh, 11. Sorry, DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Then he is going to take half damage on that one.
Okay.
And sorry, remind me how much damage it was?
It was 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11
11 points of damage? And that was total, right?
total. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty. This creature is large and scary, as his growling has not stopped from Cleave this entire time. His focus trained on him, just
boy.
as finally this wave of force just smacks into the side of him, and you can see where his body kind of pulls into this rope, and he kind of smiles for a second. You can see these kind of tusks coming up from below as he just kind of looks over at this small dragon that this entire city has been up in arms over. And while the platform is still only halfway up, you can tell that the bugbear is used to traversing this city, knowing that he won't take any damage from only the half heights, as he hops first to the platform and as it starts falling, then to the ground.
Oh man.
Cleave, he's still coming for you, bud.
Let's go.
Arlyn, you are within 5 feet of Cleave. Would you like to jump in the way of it?
100%. I am doing the block action.
Okay. Then this is instead going to come your way.
Good for me.
Okay.
Do your worst.
Ooh, let's see. 14?
Don't
Does
say
not
that.
hit.
Does not hit. Fantastic. Joel, would that have hit Cleave?
No, not right now. No.
Nice. Okay. Very cool. All right. Fantastic. Then, regardless, still very cool. As you brace yourself, shield out and ready, you watch as Arlyn comes in and just leaping in with his shield over top. You see this just gnarly-looking creature hop in and pull this like massive maul-looking thing, and as he swipes it down towards you, clearly the momentum throwing him just a little bit, and then the surprise of seeing Arlyn now jump out in front of you, just kind of flails out to the side to almost instinctively block himself from Arlyn, and just right off the shield. Now staring at both of you guys as he has just kind of caught himself in between an entire group of enemies here. He, however,
Good
is
luck.
not the only one.
Can't wait to play Arlyn.
As now you can see, in very similar fashion, another bugbear jumps out from beside, and the goblin above him specifically pulls a small little bow out from his side, and they're all going to make attacks on... I'll say, because you're actively guarding him, Arlyn, these next 2 attacks are both coming your way.
That's cool. Go for it.
All right.
Don't go for it. Don't go for it.
All right. The first one is going to be an 11, and the second a 13.
And
go.
they both miss.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I blocked them with my shield too.
Yeah, let's go. All right, Arlyn.
As you
Let's
start
go.
just ding, ding, hitting these arrows out of the way, you see now as this bugbear who jumped down in front of you, a little bit larger than the other one, seems to have these like unusual woven scarlet ropes that kind of come out around him and unravel into an almost sort of like shoulder cape coming down from one side, and you can take it that this is some sort of sign of prestige among their people.
Yeah, that's what I would have taken. Yeah.
And he just kind of boldly drops an entire like massive it looks like what is a great sword in the hand of men, and is one-handed in his massive arm as he wields this thing, just dragging it closer and closer towards you as though to challenge you directly, Arlyn.
Bring it.
Fantastic.
You don't have a sword.
As he's
I have
calling
my
out,
sword.
Oh, you do?
"He's stuck!"
Okay.
And you can tell now that others start calling out to him, scattered from all around. And you can see where goblins now start poking their heads back out of different places. I will go ahead and reveal just a little bit more of this map for you guys, since you guys are starting to get a little bit more clearing from there.
How's my fire doing?
Fire's doing well. It's kept largely in place, and you can hear that there is still some some hubbub going on underneath that fire within
Okay.
the tent.
All right.
All right.
Hope it was for
Yeah,
nothing.
we're gonna go and move back on to Cleave.
I'm gonna regain my composure and say, I told you not to bring it. And then I'll take. Does it seem like they're gonna allow a duel situation? How's the body language in the room?
I mean, the whole town's coming after us, bro.
It looks like that guy's trying to challenge Arlyn.
He
a
does
warrior
seem
within
like he's
5
trying
feet
to
of me?
challenge Arlyn. He's pretty singularly focused for the time being.
Both
But
bugbears
only
are
he
within
feels that
5
way,
feet
it
of me?
seems.
Sorry.
Hard to say. I'll tell you what. Make an insight check.
And what was your question?
Are both bugbears within 5 feet of me?
Yeah.
I can barely see the squares.
Yeah, they are.
Just take his dice back. It doesn't make a difference.
No.
That was
It's
a-
the
that was a
roller, not
natural
the
one.
dice.
Uh-oh.
That was a natural one.
Oof.
On my insight. I'm just gonna do what I would have done, I guess.
No.
Don't worry about me. I will. Ooh, am I surrounded? Where am I looking here? There's a person on either side of me. Oh no, I'm on the left.
Yes. So you and Arlyn are both kind of surrounded by these bugbears here. So yeah, you rightfully would be like just below Arlyn technically.
Could I
There.
move to sort of surround the other bugbear that was facing, that was attacking me on the left? Oh no. If I move either left or right, I'm moving out of one of theirs. Okay.
Exactly right.
In that case,
I'll take the big guy.
all right. I'm just gonna do my best. The first time ever swinging a real weapon. I've always used just a fence post to try to tame animals.
True.
And I pull out the mace that I've had and just give it a little Thor-style swing, and then just
Let's
like
go.
uppercut style. See what I got.
Let's go.
Use my
Come
dice.
on.
See if I can do anything.
Okay.
You got this. You
Come on.
got
Let's
this,
go.
Cleave.
Let's go.
You know what it is? I actually don't have just awesome modifiers in general. That's a 12.
12 to hit this. This was the regular bugbear,
The
right?
regular bugbear.
Unfortunately does not hit as he just smacks it out of the way.
Calagon's in the back like, there you go, Cleave. Oh.
All right. Anything else for it?
And I turn into a direwolf.
Yeah.
Bonus action.
Let's
I can do
go.
Incredible. What a
Love it.
Let's
superpower.
go.
Love it. Love it.
So Calagon's goes,
And I just want to dip, and I'm going to allow them to use. I'll allow them if they want to do whatever tax opportunity. But I'm going to move my 60, I think, or 50 feet, just southwest, with the homeboy on my back, hopefully.
Okay.
Somewhere around, maybe because I have to turn, maybe. No, it's still probably not too far from it, right? That look about right. Wait, that's an overhead
Should be
bridge,
still
right?
just within them. That there's like a pedestaled platform that kind of rises and lowers where that bugbear had dropped down from previously. It's on the ground currently.
But I can walk clear under that.
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
thing.
you can
Okay,
walk clearly
then
under
that's
that.
what I would like to do. Voila.
Oh boy.
Right about there.
Cause some destruction. Let's do it. Get on in here.
Sneak attack!
There he is.
Oh my god! He's so.
This is what
Hit
brothers
him with the
are
hill.
for.
You wouldn't hit him
Yeah, with glasses. We like keep on
Hey.
deal this.
It's crazy how
If
close.
you're David,
Did you
who
dress?
are you?
Did you dress to look like the mannequin?
No.
That's hilarious.
No way!
That's hilarious.
He used this guy's
incredible.
Imposter.
This poor mannequin.
took his arms
This thing is getting brutalized back here. For those of you guys who can't see it.
He just fell apart.
Yeah. A little bit of damage here. Does this thing not even have lenses? This is great.
You and your
Fantastic.
Santa Claus glasses. Bobby's like, I knew it wasn't David.
We need to mic you up back here,
Yeah,
dude.
he needs a mic.
Right?
That's awesome.
Love
Okay.
it.
Have you been keeping up? Yes. Okay.
Right on.
Well, yeah.
I just blocked 3 attacks, so that was great.
Yeah, Arlyn's fighting off the masses over here.
And
Cleave
he is a
just
direwolf.
turned into a direwolf, and he's got not Felgrin,
Nindal.
Nindal on his back.
Yes. Looks like a grandma. Tristan.
And now, Cleave Sterwin with Nindal on his back is just gonna run southwest.
Love it, love it.
That definitely will still elicit an attack of opportunity.
By all means.
Whew, okay. And okay. Alright, both of them are going to take their swipes. Luckily, the much scarier of the two is the one that missed. And the first one, that's somehow actually messing with my head.
There's no.
First one
there's
is
no
going
lens.
to swing with a 22 to hit.
That will, in fact, hit me.
Ouch.
Alright, I'm gonna keep it simple. That's gonna be 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing. Alright, that's fine, actually.
Ouch. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, the bugbears, as you guys can tell, are not to be trifled with.
Ah, I see that.
And you see now that the regular one just smashes into the side of Cleave's transformed form and does
man.
a good deal of damage. As you can see, just this weight push him off to the side. And looking at that, you realize, oh, that's the much smaller of these two.
Huh. That's literally what I say behind my shield. I go, huh.
Cool. All right. Well, then, as Cleave is running off, Calagon, you're up next.
Calagon is up next.
Thank you.
Dude, I was not actually prepared to be next. Okay. Darn it.
Always leading the pack.
I am. From here, I see that Barry attacked the bugbear, Arlyn attacked the bugbear. I am going to disregard the warrior for a moment as I'm still standing on this table and attack the bugbear that's, by Arlyn. I am going to firebolt him since that's the only thing I know I can do pretty much. So
Okay.
Don't even down talk yourself right now.
let's go. All right, 20, dirty 20.
20, yeah. For sure hits.
Let's go. Let's get this guy. 10.
10 points of damage to this
Yeah,
bugbear?
again.
Okay. Cool.
I'm getting lucky with this
Let's drop
firebolt
that in.
stuff.
All right. These guys are definitely taking hits now, as this one specifically has taken the lashings of both dragons basically here, as they're just firing off different elements his way, and he seems to be tanking them relatively well. But you can see now where after that massive force blast from previous, this fire coming at him from nowhere just shocks him. As you can see, a little bit of blood start to trickle down, and he just having to take his breath, and with his cough you can see that he's clearly trying to mask that he's coughing up a little something.
Okay, I'm going to then look at Barry and go run on the jump on the back of Barry. He could carry me, right?
He is the same size as you, roughly.
But he's a dragon, though. Same size as me, dragon should
He
be
is
able to
a
carry
dragon.
me, right? I'm gonna ask on my way. Can you carry me and me alone?
Technically, I carried Rodrick,
This is a dragon,
and
dude.
Cleave carried you
For 9 months.
for 9 months.
Barry is going to excitedly just kind of dig his way underneath as you kind
Yeah.
of go towards him.
I'm on the back of Barry.
Okay.
How long does this potion last for, guys?
You guys
don't
know
know.
he did say it is for 1 hour.
That's pretty
Ah,
Okay.
that's good.
All right, cool.
It is for 1 hour. Okay. Anything else?
No, I'm good now.
Fantastic.
happy.
Then Arlyn, followed by our new and improved Rodrick.
Hey, Rodrick transformed. Wild shape, live. All right.
We need those nat 20s.
All right,
Man.
I got you.
Decisions. Should I be defensive or offensive with this guy?
Well, never be offensive.
Bro,
It's
you got-
2025.
I mean, we're kind of in the thick of it right now.
Have any of them taken damage? Either the bugbears
Definitely the smaller of the two.
has taken damage.
Yeah, for sure.
You could finish him off or start off with the other guy.
Honestly, the other guy might need it. I just wish I had a smite. I don't have much.
What you got?
It's an action. I am going to grip my shield and mutter a prayer and cast Word of Radiance.
Okay.
They both have to do a Constitution saving throw or take radiant damage.
Is this for every creature within 5 feet of you?
Every creature that I choose within 5 feet of me.
A fantastic choice then.
Oops.
And sorry, what was the save again?
DC 12, unfortunately, but it's something.
Okay. Do they take half damage on a success? Or no damage at all?
No damage.
Okay. So, the first regular old bugbear is going to then succeed. The warrior, surprisingly enough, did not.
All right. Okay.
It's something.
So he takes 2 radiant damage.
At least it looks pretty.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
It does look pretty cool as they now both kind of like peel away from you just a little bit. This first one having been a little bit more ready, having taken multiple elemental blasts from this party, seems to be accustomed to y'all's fighting style. Anything else for it?
Fighting style.
Unfortunately, no.
Cool. All right. As every one of these elements floods out.
No, I think Arlyn would wait until everyone's past him to go.
Okay. Very cool. All right.
Hold my ground. Keep the aggro.
Awesome. Then Rodrick for the first time officially.
Let's go!
Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna shake off that fear you gave me. Shake it off. I'm gonna look forward and I'm gonna see a disgusting bear-like creature, and I'm gonna pull out my bow
Do it.
and
Do some damage. Let's see. It's the roller, not the dice.
17.
Ah! He's back.
Sorry, which one was this? Towards the one on the left or the one on the right?
Bear.
The big one. Big bugbear.
He pointed at the
Oh,
smaller
no,
one.
that's the one. That's the
smaller one.
Wait,
All right.
this is the smaller one?
Then yeah,
Yeah.
that hits.
Oh, the warrior is the leader?
He's
Yeah.
the bigger of the two for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought the other way around. Sorry.
No
Okay.
biggie. All right. Then yeah, that hits.
BFO.
Nice. Go, Rodrick.
That is 8 damage.
Sheesh. Okay. This guy is taking hit after hit, and you watch as now kind of jumping off from the side, Rodrick just and fires through the crowd and hitting this bugbear in the shoulder. You see as he drops to a knee for a second and just starts standing back up as he just kind of like, not even grabbing it, he just kind of swipes at the arrow, breaking it off in his shoulder.
This guy needs to die already.
These
on.
guys
Does.
do not go down easily, unfortunately.
I'm actually gonna, and it kind of sucks that I thought of it afterwards because I'm a new ranger, but I'm gonna hunter's mark that bugbear.
Okay.
But since I called it after the fact, I could just.
I respect it. I respect
He's
it.
learning. He's learning.
Very cool. Okay. Well then, next up is going to be Barry, followed by all of the NPCs yet again.
Barry is carrying me.
Okay.
And he is going to... do we see any, like this hobgoblin or goblin, do they have a bow and arrow or anything?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, fantastic.
You can tell that the hobgoblin has been readying a longbow up top.
Okay, then he is going to I guess he's got to do what he's got to do here. He's just gonna go fly very little
Very little.
to this bugbear and bite him. The one that just took Rodrick's arrow.
Okay. Yeah, then swooping in with Calagon on his back, you can tell that he cannot move quite as fast as he normally would be able to. As he just and leaps over Felgren for a moment and just with one quick flap just flies off towards that bugbear. Go ahead and roll to hit.
12, 13 to hit. Please say meet it. Please say meet it.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, it didn't
this
meet
bugbear
it.
has been very trained on Cleave this whole time. So with Cleave gone, the biggest threat to him was clearly Barry, where he looks off and focuses and readies himself as this dragon comes flying his way. He, nimble as ever, is able to duck just out of the way.
Is my modifier different since I'm bigger? Seems like everything else is.
What is the modifier on him, and
plus
for
4.
what stat?
For bite.
That should be 4.
I mean, if it's like 2 more and it hits, if it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter.
Not on that one,
Not on that,
unfortunately. That's
okay.
gonna stay put.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's gonna go up by 1.
Okay. Either way, it doesn't hit.
Okay. So you know.
Okay.
Get to have.
Gotcha.
All right. Cool. Then, as this continues on, Goblin appears from behind you guys and starts hissing something nasty, presumably in the goblin tongue, as he's shouting you all down. These other goblins now start to make their way towards the edge, and you can tell where they're all prepped and ready. A few of them with... How did I lose a hobgoblin over here, guys?
What do
Where'd
you
he go?
mean?
There
We
he goes.
killed that.
Okay. I think my screen's just bugging out. Alright. Cool.
That'd be funny. We're
layering
secretly
out.
deleting.
Yeah. Delete them all.
Oh, this was
wait
easier than
a
I thought.
second.
It's on our side.
Alright. A lot more of these guys, unfortunately, are starting to show themselves as
Oh, no.
Cleave, you especially,
Guys.
can see now where they're all starting to kind of pile up and run just across these light wooden bridges and just come like barreling out of these tents, just slapping these tapestries out of the way. You see as, more specifically, one individual pierces through this unusual looking center tent, angered by this constantly spreading fire.
Oh, great.
And this larger hobgoblin is now going to join the ranks
Great.
as
What are we
he
doing, guys?
kind of
Running.
floods out
Let's run.
in with the rest of you guys.
The fire's getting bigger.
That
Nice.
fire is definitely getting bigger though.
Love that. Is that goblin dying?
He probably would have noticed and moved, but
Felgren's going to call out to you lot. Who do I need to protect? Who's the most important or most endangered right now? Me!
You would say that, Rodrick.
the dragon. It's our only way out.
Is there a way we can make him bigger?
He is bigger.
Can we make him bigger?
No, but we can become smaller. That's what we're trying to do.
Yes, Cleave took Nindal out to create these potions.
How on earth can we become small? Like
Potions.
the people fighting in the caves.
Do that.
Yep.
Yes. Protect Jean.
No,
Till we care for ourselves.
Jean,
I say protect
Can
Barry.
you-
Barry.
They all want to attack Barry.
can you fight, Jean?
I would like for Nick and Manny both to make a persuasion check for me. As Gene, not quite, sorry. I wish, friend.
Yeah, he's not much of a fighter. Persuasion?
Yep.
17.
24.
Oh my goodness. I didn't realize you were so. Oh, that's right, Paladin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charisma. I did roll a nat 20.
And a nat 20. Oh gosh.
Then Felgren is going to ready himself towards Jean.
He has information that is very valuable that we need.
Information that will be useless if we're dead.
We won't be.
Is the dragon still important?
I'm riding him. Of course he's important.
Oh, that is a good point. That is, in fact, a great point. All right. Well, unfortunately, Felgren is now guarding Jean instead, and what would have been a miss is coming your way specifically. The first one is going to be a 21 to hit.
Oh no.
How high are you in Barry?
No, we're not
He's
high.
pretty
He just
low
tried to
still.
bite somebody.
Can
You said first one is a 21 to hit. Okay, hold on.
then why aren't they fighting from the skies?
Because he's too heavy.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I know, but he can't lift.
Okay.
I know it's
Obviously hits, yeah.
All right. The second one was a 17 to hit.
Okay.
Cloth.
Okay.
Ouch.
And the Hobgoblin Warrior,
Oh god.
now much smarter and better aimed than his goblin friends, is going to go with a 24 to hit Barry.
Oh no.
Yeah. What's next?
I'm sorry. I hope his health increased, like his.
Well, he
size
got more
did.
berries because of him. Oh, yeah.
He has full health again.
Does his health increase since he's gotten bigger?
So you can see
does he have
on the
the health
token
of a
I'm actually
medium-sized
tracking
dragon?
his specifically on there. It did increase temporarily, but is very, very low still for the time being in relation. As this hobgoblin fires off, you can see now where just these goblins now fire off, unfortunately dealing a total of 10 piercing damage to you, Calagon.
Okay.
Oh no. Are you still up?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the hobgoblin leader here
Oh, no.
deals 9 piercing damage and 3 poison damage
No.
to Barry. As you can see now, where normally you would expect to see blood, you just instead see this green ooze start dripping out from the wound where it punctures his side.
Oh.
Ah!
The other hobgoblin,
Oh, thanks, Manny.
having seen what's going on here, is going to attack with a 16 on Arlyn.
16?
Yep.
Ding!
Let's go.
Missed.
Oh, AC. Okay.
I'm finally
Okay.
being a paladin, guys.
You got one more bugbear coming in. Ooh. All right. Would you like to attempt to body block Barry, or would you like to let him take the hit?
Question: if I cast shield and I'm on Barry, does that help him?
If you choose then in this situation to body block him, yes, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna
Okay.
cast shield, which also gives me the ward as well.
All right. Let's hope it's high enough.
I need to
as
fix this.
This is going to be. Oh, not as bad as I thought actually. An 18 to hit.
With the shield, it brings me to 19.
Let's go.
Right.
Okay.
I thought it
So-
was going to be a 19, so that is very surprising. They're not as good at getting the hit off, but they deal a lot of damage. That's fantastic.
Nice.
Oh man.
And now I
okay.
have a ward, so I have some sort of protection around me.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah.
that little upgrade.
I think
I
5 hit
love
points,
that.
or is it 6 hit
Oh,
points?
fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use.
The other bugbear. Whew, luckily with advantage, given the fact that you are being flanked generally. This bugbear is going to swing with, a 21 to hit on Arlyn.
That hits.
Okay.
Come at me!
Ooh. I would like for you to. I would like for you to make.
Oh man, it does more.
I'm gonna say either athletics or acrobatics check. I'll leave it as a check for this.
Athletics for sure.
9.
9. Okay. You take 9 points of damage as this bugbear now just kind of pulls his sword around you, and you can see now that what was in the ground was a hook portion as he pulls it around and gets it behind you, pulling out to the side and pressing his hand to your chest, starts whipping you around while dragging his blade along your back. You are currently grappled.
Wow.
You're grappled.
I'm grappled?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. God.
Cleave, good.
Yeah, Cleave.
You got us into this.
I would
Let's
like
get us out.
to seek out the smell of the herbs in my herbalism kit, or the ingredients of the potion I just drank. Whatever one that I could possibly smell to try to search for this stash in this tent.
Okay. I take it you have advantage on scent-based
That's
checks?
what I want. That's what I want to use.
Go for it.
Let's go. All right, let's see. Here's a 1. That's a pretty good one in the first place. Here's a 2. That was also, they were amazing. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be a 22.
22. Fantastic. Yeah. It's not especially hidden. Go ahead and check the map. You can see quite clearly where that scent is coming from.
Is there a clear path? I can't tell because it's a bird's eye view on the map. Can I go through like that tent there? Does that appear to be a tent? Like if I'm looking on
It is lightly closed
level?
off. I'll say make a quick perception check for me.
Is a visual based one?
Yeah.
That's impressive. 10.
Okay, that's what I said it as. It is closed off to anything beyond that. It builds into the rock, but you can tell that it's not like a throughway of any sort.
So I have to find a way into that section.
That is correct.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Any stairs around or anything that I'd have to like get onto the... I'll just start running that way, I guess, in general.
Okay.
Can I run? Oh, here, let me zoom in a little bit. Here, let me do... Yeah, my first 20, I'll run... Well, sure, we'll make it him for now, but that's me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's a good representation. Okay, so... No openings yet, right? I don't see any openings. I'm just gonna pick left
you
to
can
right.
see that there is one general opening to your left above and one general opening below you, currently.
Below me?
So, can you see where the goblin
Oh,
is on that map?
like down. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
on that. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go for it then. I'll go south.
Cool. All right. Up to the goblin would be a total of like 40 feet from there.
From here to there?
So like a total from where you started to the goblin, given your
Okay.
path. Grand total
Sure.
of
Sorry,
40
keep
feet.
doing
I'll move you guys
There we go.
over there. The
right.
goblin is on the ground level though, just so you know. So you can stop there. You can stop before. You can go past him. If you're full sprint, what are you going for? Try for something else entirely. I don't know. Whatever the heck.
I still don't see anything. No doors.
Currently, it looks like there is a clear like wraparound where the stone starts to open up into more city.
Ah, boy. I'll just go with the other 10.
Okay.
I used, an action perceptifying, right? Perceiving.
Sorry.
I'll just go.
Do you just have a 50 move speed right now?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I hate the perception thing. Investigation will take a long time, but perception, no. You still have your action.
Shoot, then I'll just run. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Another 50.
I will warn you. This goblin's taking a swipe at you real quick.
Oh, he was down there?
Oh yeah, he was down there.
Ah.
I
I feel like Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Would you
I kinda
would
already
you
did
stop
it.
there then? I'll
No,
leave that there.
no, I would never stop there. I think I would have gone right if there was somebody blocking me off there. You know, like if I was trying to choose left or right, and there was somebody in the way. But I did what I did, so I'm just gonna take my hit. I'm gonna keep running.
Okay.
No, you know what? No, I'll stop there and I'm gonna eat this guy. Forget that. He's done. All right, I'll stop where he was and I'm just gonna bite him.
Cool. Okay. Then roll to hit.
I have pack tactics and I have my homie on my back. Can I
I
advantage?
guess so. Yeah.
Let's go.
That's
It's
sick.
weird, but it counts.
17 to hit.
17 hits. Yeah, for sure.
Let's go. And then if I hit, he also must make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Not too hot.
He needs a 13.
Yeah, didn't pass.
Let's go. All right, now that's. All right, this guy, this thing's way better than regular Cleave. All right, well, that was a 1. That was another 1. That's pretty sad, but that's okay. It's +3, so that's 5. That's 5
points of
piercing
damage?
Yeah, but he's also knocked prone.
That's not bad.
Dire Cleave. Love it.
Let's see if it's worth it. Okay. Nindal is going to jump off
Whoa, let's
of your
go.
back and start swinging on this goblin, but he didn't expect for the goblin to drop as you pounced on him, and he just kind of last second looks around and decides, okay, not going for it, I'm getting back on. Hops right back onto your back as you are just mauling this goblin on the floor. Calagon.
Question.
Yes, sir?
How high do arrows go?
Very.
As far as they,
Feet.
I mean,
Yeah, they ignore gravity pretty well.
Yeah, but how far can a ranged attack be?
the short bow or long
Basically,
bow?
just whatever the range says in game, we'll keep to it.
Okay. Calagon, it's your turn. I'm on the back of Barry. All these people went and just tried to attack me, so I'm pretty upset. I'm going to do a force breath weapon, which is a 15-foot cone.
Ah, nice.
Towards the Hobgoblin Warrior.
Towards the Hobgoblin Warrior. Okay, let's see
So I want to see if
how
I
that
can hit.
cone's looking here.
There you go.
Let's see.
I'll get those 3
I'm up next.
if I can.
I'd say you just barely can, actually, yeah.
Perfect. So then they got 2 dexterity saving.
Okay.
Each creature with a DC 18 plus. It says each creature in that area must. Yeah,
Okay.
Dex 12.
It's going to be a
Alright.
13 for the goblin.
Mm-hmm.
6 for the regular Hobgoblin. Yeah, and like even worse for the little fancy Hobgoblin there.
6 damage.
6 points of damage to all of them. Okay. That's surprisingly helpful right now, but still not
Yeah.
enough to take any of them down currently.
Tell me about it. So, I'm just gonna shout to Arlyn. Do we run?
Yes.
I can't take
Run.
much more. I have Barry on me though, so I can't move with him for my movement.
Correct.
We are one right now, though,
So,
so-
you could choose to either just stay on his back and move when he moves,
Yeah.
or hop off and take your own movement.
I'll stay on his back, but I'll tell him, Barry, we must flee.
Okay.
I'll tell him that
Cool.
in his head.
All right. You know that these bugbears will be able to take an, or at least the one will be able to take an attack of opportunity against you if you move out of their range.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Okay. Well then, we're gonna end with Arlyn, and then we'll take our break.
So I look around as all this stuff is happening. How bad do you look?
I have a ward of 6 HP, and then 10. I got 10 left.
How bad does Barry look?
Very.
Not very good.
He looks very, very bad.
He looks very, very bad.
I look pretty bad too, but
Barry has 3 hit points
and I am
left.
grappled.
You are grappled
Yes,
currently.
you are.
Meaning I cannot run away.
That is correct.
And getting out of the grapple would take an entire turn.
It would require, yeah,
Strength?
it would require an action. You can still attack. You can still do
Yeah.
things while you're grappled.
That's what I
It's
figured.
just-
This is so rough. I think I might have to do the Arlyn thing. Alright. So Arlyn's gonna look around and he tries to block this hook sword. And as it like gouges him completely, he screams in anger and goes into Storm's Wrath
okay.
as he crackles with electricity. And that's when he talks to Calagon and says, "We have to run! Get out!" And as everyone starts moving, he's gonna reach over and he's gonna touch Barry
Okay.
for 5 HP, also neutralizing the poison.
Okay.
Does that too?
Unfortunately,
It doesn't.
as he reaches out, you watch as the blackened electricity surrounding his body starts lashing out instinctively everywhere,
No way.
uncontrolled. And in this moment, as he touches Barry,
No! No, I don't do that!
you see this lightning leap from him. And you can feel the light shock as you can sense, and you just feel the rippling as every muscle in Barry's body tenses up. And for every point of healing, he instead takes that much damage
You just downed Barry.
You're kidding.
and drops to the ground.
Yeah, am I able to counteract that with my healing pool, though?
Not with that action, but anything that you would touch while trying to heal with Storm's Wrath up as it is blackened is instead going to deal that much
So you've
damage.
learned a new ability, but at what cost? That's pretty dope ability though. Automatic damage. It's like
Cool,
magic
I mean, it's
missile.
10
Does-
automatic
yeah, I was
damage.
gonna say it
technically.
is an unusual. I refer to it as arcane ability, and it has great potential, but it also has great potential for harm. As you guys all watch as Barry's arms, legs, and wings all curl up, and he just
No!
and drops
No!
to the ground, slightly convulsing with electricity. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
What?
Can I have heard all that? Because I have advantage on hearing.
What?
See you guys back here in a second.
No! This has been the most terrible plan to escape a very easy situation that Rodrick had put us in. I can't believe I just killed Barry. So unfortunate to figure out this really cool ability at such a terrible time. I hope that we could get out of this alive. Arlyn would not run, but he might die too. So just pray for us, please. Anyways, follow us, Divine Inspiration Live, everywhere. More like Divine Inspiration Dead. Divine Inspiration Live. Follow us everywhere. We're also on Kick and Rumble now. Multi-streaming there on Wednesdays. It's a very depressing announcement here. Buy some merch. I don't know. Maybe it will give us enough money to continue. Our next story. The 5 Horsemen. No, but I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Please join us. Please talk to us. Please share the show so we can continue this. Whether it's with these characters or our next ones. Oh man, this is rough. We'll see you guys in like 2 minutes or so. Hopefully with a good plan that we haven't talked about. See ya. Bye-bye.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Well, with their escape plan not quite going as they had expected, the 4 horsemen with new allies in tow have now started to just drive their way through these goblin armies, and one after the next just tear away at all of these goblins. Now, Cleave, having turned into a direwolf with the orc Nindal on his back, has trucked it through down the southern alleys and is now quickly honing in on the source of the potion making somewhere within this city, as the others now fight center stage off with 2 different goblins, 2 hobgoblins, and 2 bugbears with a separate goblin firing in on them. They now realize just how many goblins there really are surrounding them in this city, as this is only the beginning. Arlyn, having reached out with his blackened electric form touching Barry to heal him instead, having downed him. Rodrick, we're going to pick up top with you, and then Barry will be able to make his first death saving throw afterwards.
We need to run! Arlyn! What have you done?
I didn't mean to!
That's not enough! Calagon!
What did you do?
Quick! Help Calagon! Pull Barry from being close to me. Step away! Everyone step away!
I am going to... I guess we're going to run in the direction of Cleave and Nindal. So, it's very hard to catch any distance here.
Let's see. From you, 30 feet would be like just under that stone walkway below.
Right here?
Let me see, I think it's taking a second to load for us here.
Yeah, I think I needed a reset on mine. There we go.
Just a little bit higher, but yeah, essentially. Yeah.
It,
I'm going to start running in that direction.
Okay.
And I'm going to start running in that direction, and then I'm going to turn back and shoot an arrow.
is the warrior the one grappling me?
Yes.
My bad.
I'm going to shoot an arrow at the warrior
At the warrior. Okay.
to disengage the grapple. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah.
20.
20 hits. Well played.
Eight damage.
8 points of damage. Okay.
Not bad.
I'm gonna give him a concentration check that he definitely passes with flying colors.
Lovely.
As you fire off, it does hit him in the arm, but it's not enough to unhook him. As you hit his left arm and you watch as it drops for a moment, he's just instinctively just like lowering his guard just slightly to Arlyn for that split second, but he clearly is hooked in tight with his right arm still around, pulling, and noticing this blackened electricity kind of pulls slightly back, and you can realize he's not quite fearful enough to take from this challenge, and instead tightens his grip again.
Let's go.
All right,
Let's do this.
Nick, would you do the honors of going and rolling for Barry's death saving throw here?
Oh god. Is he fighting
message
death, or how are we doing this? Regular?
I will give you the option. Would you like to fight death or roll regular?
I think we've been doing it fight death, right?
Fight death is a contested with him.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Okay.
And then you text him the result.
What was your roll?
8.
Okay. Fantastic.
What was it?
8.
8?
All right.
He could have been lower.
Probably
It's very
not.
possible.
It's better for a fight death scenario than it is for. It would have definitely been a fail if it was.
Yeah.
not.
Okay.
He could have been lower.
Well, then next up is going to be the hordes of goblins,
Lovely.
which
Lovely.
are, of course, continually running their way up closer and closer towards you guys.
Come on.
One of them.
You know, it's been a while
Not
since
so
that
bright
fire
here.
has spread.
Has it?
At this point, wouldn't it have taken over the whole encampment?
I think it's you might need a little more fire added to the mix here. All right. More goblins start running every which way, and Cleave, you specifically can see as a small mob now is rearing their heads, coming down this central pathway directly towards you. Let's see. So I gotta make sure which ones are revealed and not. Okay. hobgoblin above is going to start running across, and you can see now where he sees both of you two. He's going to go ahead and fire off with a 22 to hit you, Cleave.
True.
Let me make sure I don't have my goblins confused here.
Pretty good as direwolf, but
that's a 5 to hit. Or I'm sorry, 5 damage.
5 damage.
5 piercing damage.
I take it like a champ.
There is, however, a goblin directly below you that you're mauling. Yeah, they're not especially intelligent beings. That's an 11 to hit.
11 does not hit. That's a miss.
Wow. Okay. Fantastic. The others, luckily, are not too trained on you, as they are now paying more attention to all of the craziness going on with this dragon just above you in this encampment. They are now starting to swarm in mass where you guys are. And you can tell that there are a few that seem a little bit more pensive to move forward, clearly watching out. Some of them a little bit more intelligent than others, waiting to see where the action leads. The bugbear directly, like almost above you, Joel, is just kind of sitting there holding this sling.
The hobgoblin?
Sorry, he's just off center a little bit, just
There's
over
a
you
bugbear
to the
too?
right.
Oh, I see him, I see him.
He's got a
there is.
sling going, and you can see as he's
boy.
just kind of whipping it around, waiting to see who he's gonna take action against.
How about that goblin I knocked down? Is he gonna stand up, or is he gonna try to get away?
he stayed below. He tried attacking. He's the one who got the 11 on you.
Oh, okay.
He's just swinging ferociously from beneath, but not smart enough to get out and try to attack tactically. Let's see. I think Felgren needs some heat. Luckily, Felgren is tough and doesn't take any of it, as he continues just protecting the archaeologist over here.
The archaeologist, not Barry.
And not Barry.
And not Barry.
Okay. He is going to take 1 hit, and the rest... Ooh. Yeah, I guess the rest of this is coming Arlyn's way, largely. Okay. Then Manny does a 15 hit.
It is not.
Okay. I can assure you this next one does.
Oh, great.
Ah, man, this
Goodbye.
is
fellow
unfortunate.
Friends.
Ooh. Okay. This bugbear warrior does
Kill me. Go ahead.
have other moves at his disposal, but most specifically, you can tell that he is a leader, and with his leadership comes tactical expertise. As he now grabs Arlyn, pulling him closer, he whips it around, and you can see now where he has this hook on the side of his body, and he almost like a triangle choke encloses his body with yours, using that blade
Does the
hooking
electricity hurt him?
into the side of this. Is there anything within the feature itself that says it
No.
would? Then it
Just
does
light.
not currently.
Just like...
Because right now it's just sparking around
Yeah.
until you actually take action. The bugbears have a unique quality where they do not need to expend any additional movement if they are grappling a creature.
Wow.
And this bugbear is going to start climbing with Arlyn. And rather than use the force of his own strength, he's going to climb his way as high as he can up to this ledge and just try to drop you off about 20 feet from the top of this.
Oh, okay. Easy peasy.
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Except I die. I'm down.
No, why did you say easy?
Wait,
Easy.
is that fall damage?
Yeah, fall.
Yes.
Oh, easy peasy. As soon as he lets
it.
go, I'm going to lightning descent. and hit the floor.
All right.
Incredible.
And
I like that.
Thunder Wave,
What is the area of impact from that?
15 feet.
Rodrick Elwood, would you do me a favor and make...
Unfortunately.
What is it, a dexterity saving throw on that one?
It is.
Man, he's just killing everybody tonight.
Constitution saving
Constitution save, okay.
Oh, no, wait. Oh, okay, yeah. Constitution saving throw.
You don't want to change it to dexterity?
It's gonna be a Constitution saving throw, though.
Oh, your Constitution's not that bad.
Not that bad?
Not that bad.
Hey, my DC's not that high, so. Or crap.
8.
8?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll your
you're gonna
damage
get
there.
pushed back 10 feet, and you're going to take 2d8, I believe it is.
Probably Preston.
2d8.
Yep. Roll low. Roll
That's like
low.
his ultimate move, yes.
Roll low. Roll low.
This is
Roll
about to be a killer.
low.
This guy.
Oh my gosh, dude.
4.
No way.
Okay,
All right.
4 points of lightning damage. How you looking, Rodrick?
Oh my gosh.
Looking beautiful as ever.
Okay.
I say, run, men, run!
I'm trying!
I pushed you 10 feet closer
farther
to where
forward,
we're
yeah.
going.
Get away from me, Arlyn!
I almost died! He almost hung me! The most gruesome way of dying.
This is a whole threat in like 18 different ways. Okay, then I'm going to...
God, I was
Yeah,
gonna
actually,
use
there would only
that
be
for
just one
around
more.
me.
One more is probably going to fire off at Cleave with a 19 to hit.
Yeah, he is.
19 to hit.
I got a lot of HP. I'm doing good.
It's going to be 5 piercing damage from the short bow.
5 piercing damage.
Are you still up in the direwolf form?
Yes.
Dang.
Yes, I am. I'm doing great.
Sheesh. He's so tanky. That's crazy. All right.
I am now bloodied.
Now bloodied. My goodness. So that was from one of the 3 goblins that just showed its head. The others had to increase their pace to kind of match him. But otherwise, no, you're looking pretty good then. That's all of the goblins that show themselves currently on the map. And the fire is still spreading. It's clearly overhead for the most part, as it's not overtaken that central tent, but it's spread quite far on the top of that canopy. Cleave, you're up, followed by Calagon.
I am going to just run away, like a dog that was just beat up a bunch.
Okay. Where to?
Hopefully, a lot of them don't even know that I'm not just a direwolf. I'm gonna do something like this. Can I get around all them? Can I get around all them without getting attack of opportunity?
Just barely, yes.
Can I do one of those, like 40 feet that
You would
way?
have to like jump into the stall in part,
Then,
but
like-
yes, you could. And it
Yeah.
would waste another.
Wi-
Let me see.
Can I end up about here?
It would probably waste another like 10 feet.
Yeah. Because I end up like
15
doing all
feet.
this?
Sorry, because you have to get pretty far out.
so. Oh my god! I would keep grabbing that guy first, but
That's
I end
all
up about right there if I'm getting around with the 50.
Yeah.
All right. And then from there, I would like to just venture leftwards if I can, if it looks open that way. I'm gonna
Okay.
do another, like 40 that way.
Fantastic. Yeah, you get a much better view now
And so yeah, about
of this
there, let me
open
see.
space here.
So I'd like to end up around there if I can.
Okay.
Man,
Let me
this
go
is
ahead
still
and
a farther
reveal
trip
these
than I
guys. You can now see as you turn this corner that there are more goblins and hobgoblins kind of searching around. The hobgoblin above clearly just kind of looking out, trying to see what's going on from afar, but not immediately readied, luckily. This goblin is just kind of sitting in a shop, just kind of toying with different foods, and you can see where he's got like an entire plate of foods just around him as he just like flings them all into the air in complete and utter shock with this giant dire wolf flying past him now. You've got, honestly, a clear view now to this little corner where you can see the makings of different ingredients and potions, and you can see smoke now puffing up from around the corner just barely.
Oh man, maybe it's just somebody else making stuff. Either way, that's gonna be the direction I'm headed.
Okay.
Can I just make a case for the possibility that maybe we look like we fit in here, and maybe we're not intruders? Maybe there's a possibility we don't get jumped.
You've definitely been sprinting enough to surprise even a goblin through the city.
Oh no, that's fine. Surprise. I'm just saying.
I'll give this to you. Even Coltron, you saw his dire wolves attack him when they were chained up, and his.
Did they really? I don't remember that.
Yeah, they for sure snapped at him. He intentionally showed like he was gonna feed you guys to them, and he put his hand out in front of them for them to snap at him.
Well.
So you would know that these are not considered friendly creatures at any level.
Yeah.
Was that the entirety of your movement?
That's all my movement. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, fantastic. Arlyn with Rodrick on deck. But you.
What about me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Calagon.
Yeah, you're right. Calagon first, then Arlyn.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Barry dies under my feet. And now I am just so mad. Just so mad that I'm going to lash out at whoever's around me. Bugbear is still right in front of me.
Yeah.
Please kill him.
I'm going to... Does he look like he's almost about to die?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to
Please kill
shoot
him.
magic missile.
Ooh.
Aim 2 of them towards him.
Okay.
So let me,
Roll the damage.
Yeah, let me roll those real quick. Four.
Four
Wait, no,
points?
5, 6. Sorry,
Oh,
6.
okay.
6 points.
Even better.
'Cause it adds 1 each.
Okay.
And then my last one. Even though there's more near me, I see Arlyn, even though he just killed Barry, dealing with the other bugbear guy. So I'm going to shoot my last magic missile, hit him straight in the forehead, and tell him, kill me instead.
Wow.
That's 3 damage to the forehead.
Okay. First and foremost, so you can see what I had rolled previously for the death save.
Okay.
And just to see, positive here will be in your favor. 11 or above, and the bugbear will target you next. Okay. Alrighty. Then it is now Arlyn's turn.
Arlyn, as soon as he falls and he pushes Rodrick forward, even though he hurts him a little bit, he goes, I'm sorry. He's like panicking at everything going on at this point. He looks back at Barry on the floor and Calagon shooting these missiles. Which I forgot about that. And so he is going to... Oh, the bugbear's done.
Yeah.
He,
I finished him off
sorry,
in
I
my
should have
fit
narrated
of
that
rage.
portion better.
Beautiful.
But yeah, definitely
Even
gone.
better.
Just doom, doom, as he just
He's
drops.
immediately running over to Barry, and he is healing him for 5.
Ah.
Alright.
Also neutralizing the poison.
You no longer have the
it's
lightning up.
I no
Okay.
longer have
I
it.
was terrified for a second. I was like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Because it ended, from the
Yep.
landing. Right?
Okay.
It
Yeah,
ended
he
with the
spent
descent.
all of his
I
energy
spent
with that.
everything that I have.
Okay.
And
I'm still stressed.
that was... Okay, that was like 20 feet.
That's accurate. Yep.
And then I'm going to yell, Felgren, protect Barry instead. He's the weakest of us all. Well, including myself.
Gene's gonna pipe up for a brief moment. He's a dragon.
You've done nothing. And then
And I'm not the weakest?
5, 10, and I move 10 feet.
I
Forward.
believe it was on your word that he was protecting Jean, so he will immediately swap over.
Yeah. But he feels really bad. Arlyn feels absolutely terrible about the situation.
Yeah, it's been a pretty rough situation where you harmed 2 of your allies in an instant.
Yeah.
But you can feel the power surging through you, and it's almost like
he's
like your body's cramping now instead.
Yeah.
What normally you feel the heals come through and it channels through you and you feel a wave of just peace. Instead, you can feel as your own muscles are tensing up still.
What's ironic is Barry only needed protection from you.
Wow. Wow.
It's true.
Yeah, Rodrick's about to come after everybody in the Four Horsemen after this.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
leave it to the rest of us to just ruin a perfectly good plan.
This is
An
so
almost
good.
perfect
This is
session.
so bad. This is so terrible.
All right. Yeah, well then, Arlyn, do you have anything else for what you've got planned here?
That was my action. I cannot do anything right now.
Cool. All right. He's tapped out. Rodrick, show us your move.
Hey.
Show me your move.
Let's see. What we got. I'm down there. I'm going to.
Keep running, Rodrick.
Did get 10 feet further.
Yeah. Do I see the Bugbear Warrior from where I am?
No. He would be directly on the opposite side of that stone walkway there.
Okay.
It's not especially thick, but
I'm sure if you get further.
you might have seen the toes pick up last second to kind of get away from that lightning, the electricity, as it just kind of exploded everywhere.
Alright. So another 30 feet would put me right past that bridge there.
At least know you guys are dangerous.
Yeah.
What's up?
We're dangerous.
Now,
Yeah,
now
to
based
each-
on
to
where
ourselves.
now based on where I'm at, can I see the Bugbear or no?
He's currently held on to the side, so not currently, no. He's
Okay.
he's like latched on to the end there.
Can I see the Hobgoblin that is over there
Which one?
on the left-hand side?
On your left currently? Yes.
Is he on his way to me, or is he just kind of keeping guard of that area?
He's heading northward, closer towards where all the action's happening. He's going across the bridge.
And then Cleave is all the way down there with that whole giant mess. Okay. I'm not going to draw him to me. I'm just going to take a shot at the goblin on the south side behind the Hobgoblin.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Can't see my bottom.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. There you go.
Oh my goodness, why can't I do math right now? 11?
11 to hit. Unfortunately, it does not hit. It does not
So
hit.
sad. Okay, I understand.
Sorry. Rodrick had his time. He has to fail now.
Yeah.
He has to look on and enjoy the collapse of a great plan.
Yeah, there's nothing there's nothing I can do.
Cool. Well, luckily you were able to get in here and help your allies in so many ways.
Hold
Take
on.
a little bit of a beating.
Which one did you cast Hunter's Mark on?
The one that died?
So now as a bonus action, you can move it to anyone else. As long as you keep concentration on it.
It's a good touch.
Fine.
He's running away though.
It's a good touch.
Doesn't matter.
Correct. I just...
Yeah.
He
But
dies.
Anyone that matters.
Might as well.
Yeah, but might as well, if you're gonna shoot
Yeah,
someone,
go
have
ahead.
Hunter's
You're free to
Mark
just
on it.
pick
Alright.
whoever,
Yeah, good point.
even from where you're at now.
I'll put Hunter's Mark on the Hobgoblin.
Yeah, below.
The one crossing the bridge over there?
On the south.
Yeah, the one on the south.
The one on the south. Okay. Cool. Alright. Cool. Alright. Then moving on. Wow. This is a beautiful turn of events as Barry now gets to
Would I have to
slowly start to rise on all fours again. you can see where his wings kind of unfurl one at a time, clearly pained, and you can see where like the tension from his muscle spasms slowly just shaking off.
Barry.
Come on, Barry.
Barry, you're alive.
To roll for concentration, what are the rules for that?
So it's gonna be 10 or half of the damage, whichever is higher.
Okay, so 10.
Would I still be able to hop onto him?
Yeah, for sure. You're still with
even
him.
Yeah.
You never necessarily said you didn't.
I know.
Run on him.
Yeah.
A little
So
harsh.
Barry, you're alive. We gotta get out of here. Just
Go.
fly.
Run.
Just fly. And he's gonna
Should
just
hop off of him. Just let him
head towards where
go.
Rodrick's at.
Just let him go.
Towards
let
where
him
Rodrick's
fly.
at. Okay.
Yep. So let's see. What is 60?
Alright. So
60 would pretty much
60
meet up
would
where
be
Rodrick's
to Rodrick,
at.
yeah.
Yep. Okay. So let's do that. So Barry and Calagon are now
Okay.
with Rodrick.
That would actually, do bear in mind he's half speed while carrying
Oh.
you. That would be a full dash. You can still move that far, but that would
Yeah,
be his
that's
action.
fine. Yeah, we're just
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Alright, fantastic.
He's
Then,
alive.
Yeah, he's doing alright, and
We did
I
it.
don't know if he's doing all right, but he's
Well,
alive.
he's alive. Everyone
So he
run.
had 1 hit point from
Just
the
dash
death
away.
save, right? And then 5
Get
more.
out of here.
what's that?
He had 1 after the death save, and then 5 more with Arlyn.
It's just 5.
Just
the
five,
5
okay.
flat.
'Cause
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
As you guys start to soar through here, just kind of weaving through rocks like I'm envisioning How to Train Your Dragon, where he's training through all the, in the ocean. As you just kind of curve around this kind of stalled area, you see now as a bugbear from above whipping around this pouch, if you will, the edge of a string, just and this rock comes hurling down towards you and Barry and just clatters just beneath him as he just jumps right
Oh,
over it,
nice.
still flying closer to Rodrick. Arlyn and gang over here, though, are definitely going to be taking it.
Did we just leave Gene Canito behind completely?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's,
Arlyn's with him.
I'm there.
that's where I'm a little curious here, because this bugbear is going to climb up
Has he not been taking turns? to
and
move?
fire off. He's been
Yeah,
taking
right.
the dodge action every turn.
But has he moved away?
He's just been trying to stay as close to his protectors as he
Move!
can.
Run!
Yikes. Okay. Then one more coming your way, Calagon, as the bugbear is going to launch a javelin your way with a 23 to hit.
Yep.
I'll keep it base again. 5 points of piercing damage at a range.
Okay, so that
Some
means
of
I
your
have
shield.
1 more hit point left on my ward.
Okay.
And how much HP do you have
Sheesh.
after that?
4.
Oh. Yikes. We're in the same boat now. 5 HP for the win.
Let me see.
All right. Apparently, Felgren's just an absolute beast, because none of these guys can hit him. I just sent 5 separate attacks, as he's the only one left there, really. Just kind of like half defending Gene now as they get to moving.
Yeah.
And
Defend the dragon,
every
the dragon
single
flies
one
away.
of them missed him.
Nice.
This guy is apparently the best of the bad.
Horsemen,
This is
yeah.
crazy. And he's not even having to do anything else. He's just gonna sprint off with Gene. These guys are just gonna head on over and get right behind Rodrick and Barry and Calagon over here. All right, I'm going to start moving some NPCs. It's going to take a second while that's going on. Cleave, you will be met with... I'll say the one is actually probably startled. The hobgoblin will probably fire off at you, and the goblin will attack you with a melee. So the goblin's going to be a 23 to hit.
That's right now.
And
Why are they rolling so high? The goblins at 23 to hit?
yeah, and the hobgoblin warrior's a 10.
What's happening?
The hobgoblin warriors are the ones who are failing me
That's
the
crazy
most.
Too, yeah. Hobgoblin warrior. Who's the, he's sniping at me over here.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
overhead.
Oh my gosh, 23. Yeah, that hit one
Alright.
hits. Only the 23.
This one's actually gonna ignore you and run across the way, his full speed. And yeah, okay. Then yeah, that's just gonna be a straight 5 points of damage for you.
Just keep getting hurt.
Let me see.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, no, I feel like, yeah, these guys were already moving the one way. They heard that there was something going on, so those ones are still following orders. The one is distracted by the giant direwolf, so he's also going to attack. He is now flanking, so he gets advantage. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
It hits.
And 5 points of damage.
Oh, Cleave! How much HP are you at?
Dude, this direwolf
Wolf boy.
is
My
killer.
direwolf
He's tough, dude.
is
Yeah.
at 8.
How many spell slots do you have? Is this your last one?
How many wild
That's not
shapes
a-
do you
that-
have,
yeah,
though?
Wild shape, that's my last one.
That's your
Oh,
last wild
okay.
shape? Yikes.
That's what I figured.
How much regular HP are you at?
Full,
Full.
probably.
Alright. Okay. Hopeful.
So
Okay.
two
Okay.
wild shapes, the squirrel and the direwolf.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
exactly right. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, Cleave, what are you doing while all this is going on?
I am still going to sprint away. Chancing it. I want to go all the way over to about here. And I'll take whatever damage they try to dish out. Trying to escape.
Okay.
I'm assuming I make it that far.
Is that your full movement right there?
That would be the 50 if assuming I don't go down, yeah.
Okay. They are, of course, both going to swipe at you, and the highest of them is... Ooh,
Advantage.
actually... Alright, one of them is going to hit 23. 5
Yeah.
points of damage.
Oh my.
A 4, a 5, a 4, and an 18. That was crazy. You are surviving everything right now, though. This is insane.
Wow.
However,
Oh, I'm so rough though.
you are met
Okay.
with exactly what you had envisioned, as there is a hobgoblin packed away into this corner doing his best to replicate whatever potions he knows. And you can see now, as Nindal, taking offense to this, just leaps off your back. And he says, Cleave, chances are I won't do too well in this form. I'll need you to back me up, but let's see what I've got. And he's going to charge the hobgoblin.
I'm gonna bonus
my
action
God.
before he runs off of that. That was just regular movement. I didn't do anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna bonus action, drop the wolf form, and take a deep gasping breath. Spit into my hand, and then ice starts to form, and it becomes an ice knife. And I want to throw ice knife at this
Sick.
guy.
Okay.
Safe water?
That's
Was that
spit
Go
ice
for it.
knife.
Oh man, yeah, this is gonna be a ranged spell attack. Let's see.
Alright, waterbender.
Ice knife.
Sheesh,
Wait a minute. And then I'm just gonna go. There we go. Ranged spell attack.
Ice
Okay.
knife kills.
Pretty good.
So,
Let's see. 16 to hit.
16 a hit. This hobgoblin is kind of packing away, and he notices you. You can tell that the hobgoblin's being smarter. Immediately reacts as he kind of tosses a potion off to the side, shattering the glass beside him and ducking out of the way as this ice knife goes flying just overhead.
All right, it then explodes. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
See how
19.
ready he is. He does great.
Yeah, that's great.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's
Sheesh.
he alone is doing very well apparently.
What a waste of my first ever spell damage.
Man.
That is
Pretty
that
cool,
is a
though.
shame.
That was
Alright.
sick, though.
Was it a loogie or just like a?
Yeah, I guess it was too sticky. Yeah. It's gross. All right, well, Nindal can do his
It was
thing,
like
I guess.
Okay.
yellowish green.
Nindal,
Wait for it.
surprised by this, kind of instinctively takes a step back, losing that like surprise of running up on him, and unfortunately, the hobgoblin starts kicking at him while he's trying his best to leap his way.
Nindal, spit in my hand.
Calagon.
I'm next. Yay! I can't move because I'm on the back of a dragon. Pretty cool. But I know where we're headed. These 3 goblins are in the way, so let's go.
Can I just ask really fast, is all of our stuff there, or is it just potion stuff?
It's just potion stuff that you can see out in the open.
Okay.
I'm going to. How far away are they from me? Yeah. Only thing I can do, really. They're too far away.
About 15 feet
Are they?
up to 25 feet from you.
Yeah. I'll just firebolt. I'm gonna firebolt the first goblin right in front of me.
Cool.
Let's
see how you do.
if I can hit him.
So aggressive.
Can't hit him. Couldn't hit him. Never tried. Never wanted to.
Okay.
That's 7.
7? Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, riding on the back of a
I'm
dragon.
on a dragon. Advantage.
Very
No, I'm
hard
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
to aim, unfortunately. All right. Arlyn.
I am running 60 feet with a dash. Run all the way over here. All right.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Fantastic. Rodrick, then Barry.
Okay, wonderful.
Yo,
I am
this is
going
getting out of hand.
to. I'm gonna dash.
Fire. This is getting crazy.
Yeah, the entire center of this place is now just like ablaze. And not having been able to put it out in time, the hobgoblin and goblin from inside are going to now run outside.
Love it.
I try to make a distraction.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
It kept them in there for a very long time.
All right. I just dashed.
Do you get an opportunity attack?
Straight up,
There's something next to me.
the goblin dies from fire.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Guys.
Okay, so you said you're just dashing
This would have
and
been the one. If those goblins are on our same level, then I would have provoked one opportunity attack from just the one.
absolutely. Okay. 14.
Hits.
Then again, I'll keep it easy. 5 points of damage,
Ow.
Ow.
slashing.
Ow.
I'm sorry.
Guys,
I was
we
mistaken on that one.
suck.
13 to hit.
13 wouldn't hit.
Then you're good.
Oh, whoa. What happened?
Forgive me. That
Wrong modifier?
misread. Yeah.
You are forgiven.
Very nice. Okay. No. Then
Greatly forgiven.
breezing by with elvish agility, able to just kind of step foot off the rock last second and just kind of
Elvish agility.
right around him.
That's Rodrick.
No. We just heard you shook off the fear. He's good. Come on.
Not even hitting people. I'm just gunning it as fast as I can.
All right. Barry's up.
Barry is going to raise up a tiny bit, just over Arlyn.
Okay.
And another cone of force breath
Okay.
Fantastic.
towards the 3 goblins. Constitution saving throw of 11. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I forgot. Let's get them all in there.
How far does it go?
It goes exactly where it shows.
Oh
currently
my
on screen.
goodness, I can't believe
Hell yeah. That's
I'm
awesome.
You
just-
said
Wow.
Constitution save
Thank
of what?
goodness I dashed.
Yeah, right?
11.
11. Okay. The first goblin closest to you is a nat 20. The second is a nat 12. Third is a nat 1. Hobgoblin right is a nat 2, definitely not succeeding from that. And then the following is a 14, definitely going to succeed.
Alright, so only 2 hit is what you're saying
Correct.
out of the 4.
Yeah, but the other ones take half damage.
Oops, sorry.
I do believe that is a half damage ability.
Can I
I
reroll?
think that is half
Accidentally did
damage.
5
It's a
instead of
breath
4.
weapon.
Go ahead and reroll then.
Okay,
A
sorry.
little weird, but
Sorry.
no biggie, no biggie.
Sorry.
Let me double check here.
Sorry. All right, let's try this
Or
again.
half as much damage, yeah.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15 points of damage. Okay.
And they're all in terror. They're all prone because they're feared. No, they fear the dragon. I don't know.
Well,
I'm just kidding. What? You tell me before I tell you.
with this massive gust of force, just leaping up and surprising them from over your ally. A few of these guys clearly were not prepared, as they all just burst off into walls, just scattering.
Clearing a path.
Wow, yes.
Sorry, how much damage was the total again?
15.
15, okay. Cool. Alright. This hobgoblin drops to the floor in just a last-ditch effort to try to, like, hide from this force. You watch as the wood just shatters around him, and now he's just kind of leaning over this broken-up bridge and just kind of swinging haphazardly as he now has to get back up. For anyone who doesn't know, Barry's Force Breath actually restricts movement speed on a success. It does not on a fail. Or, I'm sorry, vice versa. But this hobgoblin luckily did succeed on his and is hurting still.
Okay.
So, he's clearly going to try to take retribution against you in a moment here, as it is
No,
the
Barry.
NPC's turn next. Do you
Well,
have anything else for Barry?
I'm just gonna move.
Alright, where to?
So I can only move 15 feet though, because I'm on him, right?
Yes, that is
Yeah.
correct.
So I would like to move directly under this bridge, kind of taking a little shelter from the hobgoblin.
It seems like you're nerfing your characters by not letting them move.
By not letting Calagon move?
Yeah, get off the
Well,
dragon.
Barry can move with a dash just as much as Calagon can
Yeah.
with me on him.
He has
But right now, you only have 15 feet of movement for both of you.
he has protected Barry by being on him a few times. So that has been a great benefit.
I'm riding
I'll
a
give him that.
dragon, David. Can you let me live, please? Thank you.
Yeah, but you're going 15 feet every 6 seconds. That's a slow dragon.
Only when I attack. If I don't attack
Have you
somebody,
realized how slow that is? Like in real
if I
life
use,
terms?
if
We're
I don't
already
attack,
60 feet every 6 seconds, and he's like,
That's literally this.
but if I don't have to attack somebody and
like
just
this man in
dash,
this room.
it's the
Six
same
seconds,
thing.
that takes forever.
Oh my goodness,
We're
finally.
having a good time. I think it's working.
As long as he's
Well, he's
protecting
flying. He's not walking. So he has 60 flying speed, but he has 30 because I'm on top of him. So it's 30, not 15.
Oh, he could have been
Okay,
in
that
safety
makes
at this point.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes a big difference.
Yeah, so I could technically dash with Barry 120 feet, but with me on him, I can only dash 60 feet. But if I have to do an attack, and
Correct.
yeah, so
Dashing 30 feet's not as bad. The 15 feet was a little wild. Or moving 15 feet at a time. I'm
Either
like, you're
way-
never gonna get out of here.
I
If you
would've
zoomed
moved
out of the
15
map,
feet
it's
either way.
so big.
yeah, right. I'm under the
60
bridge
feet
though, so
every turn, he could have been out of here in safety.
probably, probably. But
You know, with
a
his
di-
5 health.
listen, we're figuring it out as we go. Haven't we all
Yes,
realized
correct.
that?
Cool. Alright,
Correct.
you guys watch as a slurry of arrows just come pelting in, and specifically coming from the back end, Felgrin, pushing his way behind Jean, seems to take quite a few of them. As now, choosing not to use his own ability on himself, he instead just takes it full-bodied.
No, Felgrin.
And that bugbear warrior that you are so fond of decides instead of attacking anyone to use up the entirety of his movement to climb down, jumping from the rock formation down onto the tarp, down onto the ground, and pushes his way directly up behind you.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Jean's definitely not doing anything about it. Felgren is in full defense right now. You know what? Yeah, as he was running, Jean probably would have ran past, and Felgren would have as well, aiming now to protect Barry. In fact, he'll move up ahead a little bit, hoping to stop any incoming attacks. And Jean will do similar.
Can you only sparkle once per day?
Sparkle, he
Sparkle.
said. Storm's
Edward.
wrath. Do you only sparkle once a day?
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna keep moving at NPCs for a second, but otherwise Cleave.
Get out of the way!
I'm just gonna run up another, kind of the rest of the way here. Can I get behind him, or is that like all like wall, or what's going on there?
There's a bunch of stuff all around him that makes it kind of hard to squeeze past him. But there is a space behind him where you can see that there are small little like chests and just like display cases
Is
behind
there a
him.
big staff that Calagon might use?
Not specifically, none that you can see.
Oh my goodness! I just want, what is that, like a cauldron in front of me, or just like fire?
It is a cauldron in front of you.
Bro, I want to kick that over on this guy. Unless
Okay.
my little homie's gonna get hit by that.
You could
Nindal.
seemingly do so without him getting hit by it.
Is
cool.
it potion ingredients in there, or is it just like
It's
he broke something?
full of bubbling something.
Okay.
That should be laundry.
Laundry, you
boy,
said.
oh boy.
You're just gonna kick a bunch of clothes on them in hot water.
Just
Do it.
I
That's a
mean,
great idea.
This is about to be crazy. I'm gonna make him giant.
Yeah, that might happen. I'm interested to see.
I'm doing it.
All of a sudden, a giant hobgoblin we see over the.
Get out of the way!
I just kick the thing over.
Onto him?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Hey, we if you notice, we're still on our track record as the destroyers.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
for sure.
We literally have lit the entire center tent on fire.
Bro, we're so far away.
Let
still.
it burn.
Okay. Let it burn. Sheesh, y'all. Okay. The hobgoblin is surprisingly nimble as he continues dodging out of the way of every single one of these things that you seem to send his way. Nindal backing his way out of this for a brief moment, just kind of sees what's going on. Wait. Could be worse. And you watch as he comes over real quick and taking the one vial that he had emptied himself to shrink before, scoops up a small portion of what's left in that and just caps it last second, tossing it back his way. He starts to shake it, and you watch as he shakes, it starts to foam and get lighter. And as he does so close to him, he says, "All right, back up." And with one more, he lobs it at the feet of the hobgoblin.
Please be a vial of smoke.
Did I burn him or anything? I don't remember. Did I get an effect at all? Did anything happen? Can we knock it over?
He dodged out of the way.
Oh, he dodged.
Yeah.
This guy's amazing.
Cool.
I can't fight this guy.
Yeah, no, you definitely
worthy.
can't. This hobgoblin has been way too successful dodging every last thing up until this point, as now you see this kind of... How do I even explain? As this small potion bursts at the feet of the hobgoblin, this foam begins to rise and rise and rise, and as it fills this space somewhat, you watch as Nindal now just kind of backs a little bit further and, reaching off to the side, grabs something else and starts pushing things back off the tables, or at least away.
Do I start backing up with him, or do I have to like?
It's not terribly far, But you watch as this foam starts to rise around the hobgoblin until it hits the fire from where that pot was just sitting over. And all at once, the foam just... And the hobgoblin is now revealed to just be on the floor behind it all.
Wow.
What?
Alright, quick, find all the things!
Not a bad trick.
That's the end of us.
Is that like spray foam insulation?
Basically.
What?
All right. This may take a moment, but if you can keep me alive for a minute, then we'll have a great chance of getting out of here.
A minute's a long time. Go!
A minute? Oh man.
Is that 10 rounds?
That's, yeah. 10 rounds? Be out of here by then.
We're not gonna be alive in a minute.
No, we won't be alive.
I'm going to roll an investigation check right now to determine how well he does.
It's backwards, right? One is
You want
highest?
us to be backwards or not right now?
No.
Incredible.
Leave alone. Oh, man.
As with surprising speed. Oh, turns out he was working with the right things. That worked out pretty well.
Wow.
Get them over here quickly. Cleave, I don't know how this has worked out so well, but it's not a far trade from here. And you watch as he pulls the potions and he starts laying them one after the other onto the tabletop, and he starts dropping things in there. Calagon. I'm sorry, Cleave first, then Calagon, right? Oh no, Cleave, you went. I'm sorry, I forgot you took your turn before while I was kind of half doing NPC stuff.
Alright, Calagon sees that Arlyn is getting rear-ended by this warrior guy.
Okay.
And I will attack him while on top of Barry
Cool.
to help him hopefully get away. Let's see what I can do.
Fireball.
Pelgrim's gonna say, make it count. I'm running out of juice here.
Is he under that wooden bridge there? Or is he just
Felgren
right
is just
up?
ahead of you.
No,
just past
the warrior.
He's just past the
just
bridge.
past it?
Just past it.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot. I'm just gonna go firebolt straight
Firebolt?
to the face.
Let's see how it does.
Hopefully it distracts him a little bit. Come on, Bessie. Oh, that's not gonna hit. 12.
Does
Yeah,
not.
that's not gonna hit.
Yeah, you know all too well, unfortunately. Okay.
I don't want to use my last spell slot, so after I try to shoot him, it fails. I'm just gonna yell. I'm gonna look around and yell, Cleave! Cleave, where'd you go? Where are you? And that's gonna end my turn.
Okay.
I'll respond to my earliest convenience.
You can hear him. It's within the round for sure. All right, then following Calagon is Arlyn, then Rodrick, then Barry.
Try.
I'm gonna see him come up on me as I'm running, and I want to use my action to shove him prone.
Okay.
What do I roll?
So this is going to be actually. Ooh, this is prone.
Actually,
Joel, how
wait,
would you
I
roll
have
this
something.
one?
I think.
He's trying to shove him prone specifically as a trip
Usually that's
action.
the
What's-
same as like a.
is
as a
that,
grapple. He has to do athletics. The other one has the option.
So,
Okay.
shove. The target must succeed on a strength, dexterity, which chooses which, saving throw, or I can
Whether it's
either
knock it prone or
push it
push it.
5
Yeah, okay,
feet
fair.
away or cause it to have the prone condition.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
So it's DC.
But it's good. The DC is your athletics check.
Man, it's been a while since I ran like regular, just like melee stuff. That's crazy.
It's DC 12. Not great.
Did you roll?
Wait, you did like
You
a
roll.
regular, like a
So
against your.
it
Oh,
is. It is
It's
a
an unarmed strike, so I guess
shove.
I roll to hit.
Yeah. So,
you
you can
would
make a
roll.
special melee attack to shove a creature.
Yeah.
On Manny.
I would.
So you
Come
make
on,
a
Manny.
strength athletics check contested by the target's strength athletics or acrobatics check.
Is it? It's
Yeah.
under my unarmed strike.
It's still.
It's its own action. It's its own action.
Do me a
so
favor.
just make
roll
an athletics
with your
check.
other hand
Athletics?
or
Yeah.
something.
Okay. Athletics check versus
You
athletics
should
check.
roll
you
with your
can
left
see
hand
here.
because your right hand doesn't do very well.
Roll
Nick.
with my left hand. Let's see.
So you see what he's up against.
10.
Okay.
Manny.
He rolls too good.
After
I
adding
know I
your
didn't
strength
make
and your
that.
athletics ability. You
I'm,
don't have athletics.
I'm rolling in front of Nick half the time, and
I try not to
it's
look
really
half the
just
time.
like,
It is crazy.
Way
Are you
too good.
proficient in
It-
athletics.
Like,
yeah, that was a natural
I am
19 on my
proficient
part
in
here.
Yeah,
athletics.
athletics.
Natural
Dang, still.
19, as he kind of just like pushes off out of the way, ignoring this and smirking in your face, now excited to see that you're not wreathed in electricity. You watch as now he pulls that hook sword again from his back.
I'm still running 30 feet.
Go for it.
Just push and run.
Let's see how his attack of opportunity goes.
Oh, please roll bad.
It's not bad. I'll tell you that much.
What is it?
Great.
It's gonna be a total of 17 to hit.
It doesn't hit!
Oh, it doesn't hit?
It does not hit.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's
My
pretty
gosh,
good.
Run.
dude.
So as soon as I try to shove him and he doesn't go down, and I see that hook, I immediately throw my shield back on my back, and I hear ding as I run away.
Cool. All right. You see now the hobgoblin that's prepped and ready up above, waiting for Calagon to make his next appearance. Having just been nearly shot to the floor by this dragon's breath, he is clearly ready. Just kind of sitting there on like one knee in like full archer's pose, bow out at the ready.
I'm hiding under the bridge.
Rodrick.
Rodrick.
Mr. Elwood.
Let's see what you got.
Mike.
Oh, I calculated it, and I'm moving 60 more feet, which
Okay.
lets me come this way and cut in away from these goblins, but I do end up right next to this goblin.
Okay. Yeah, I'm about it.
Okay.
That is a very unfortunate spot to be alone right now.
It is, but it's fine.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes for you in a moment, I guess. Anything else for you?
No.
Cool. All right, then I guess Barry, take it away.
Cleave still hasn't replied to Calagon's yell, has he?
If I can, yeah. I'll
Yeah,
be
you
like,
do.
I'm just
Yes,
over
Chris-
here. I'm just over here. Come. Can you get over the wall?
Can Barry tell where that sound came from, you think?
Yes.
I'm gonna dash that way, fly over the cavern and everything. That's the third time this session.
He's learning my pain.
It is pretty darn high,
Is it? How high is it?
but let me see. No higher than it is around, seemingly. So that's not bad. At its lowest, it's about 30 feet high.
Okay.
So going from where Barry is 30 up at an angle,
And I'm gonna
you'd
dash.
be able to make it like just past him then, because your movement would be halved, but you can definitely come out of the way of where that main area is, and I'd say you guys would probably make it just past the like upper cusp of where this land is.
Okay.
So you're dipping back down now.
Okay.
That's
that.
I do believe that would still be within range of this hobgoblin's bare minimum 150 foot longbow range.
Okay.
Actually, no. This one had a short bow. So that would be rougher. Yeah, he ain't
Wait,
hitting.
I missed it. Did he just fly over?
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Okay.
And it actually, I believe, just saved him a shot. So that's pretty good.
Wow. Wow. Nice.
All right, that's what we needed.
Riding a
Sheesh.
dragon. Gotta-
Wow.
gotta do it like
All
that.
right.
Yeah.
I take back
I could've guessed
everything.
that
I
That was,
said.
if that was worth anything, it was that. That movement right there.
For yeah, honestly, just to have one less attack in this mass of arrows
Yeah.
here, surprisingly useful. But not useful enough. I forgot that immediately after Barry comes all of the NPCs.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, guys.
Here we go.
Indeed. This is going to be a bit rougher.
This is when I die.
As let's see how far these guys can move. Honestly, not enough, largely.
It's time.
Okay. The one hobgoblin up here is going to run it that way. These guys are all now sprinting to keep track back over this way. This guy will do similar. Of course, Arlyn's best friend can't be without his bestie.
Without opportunity.
You know? Where was he? He was right here, right? Let me check this ruler here. Oh yeah.
This guy has got
yeah.
it out for you, bro.
He's climbing this
He's like, I'm gonna kill
ledge
this
over
blue
here,
dude if it's the last
getting
thing I
around
do.
them and jumping in your way.
No, he's not.
For sure.
Idiot.
This guy definitely wants Arlyn dead after seeing that.
In the world?
And these guys are gonna close back in on the back end as
I can't fight him. I will die. I am not.
I will
strong
say
enough right
these
now.
guys would have the opportunity to book it past you in this time as they take their turns as NPCs. Felgren will probably keep Jean safe, keeping him from pushing any further as they stop up ahead here. Hidden around the corner from those goblins. All right, here we go, guys. Here's
Lovely.
the end-all,
Here
be-all
we
of what is
go.
culminated after all this nonsense. First and foremost, coming at Rodrick. First, the three goblins with a 16 to hit, a nat 20 to hit.
No.
That was super cocked.
Wait, who is coming at?
And an 18 to hit.
Well, might as well drop.
You're dead.
That's 15 points of piercing damage from those.
Already dead.
Actually, it would be slashing. They're going
Who's
to
this
roll
on?
up on you.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Oh, dude, come on. Oh, Roderick's down.
The heck?
Every session we end it with death.
It makes sense given the circumstances,
Oh,
at
for
least.
sure.
Then that hobgoblin is probably just going to ignore that and start going towards the rest of the fight over here.
Oh, Rodrick is down. And nobody else has healing stuff. You still have good berries?
No good berries.
No.
I have one spell slot.
Wow.
I got one spell slot to
Yikes.
my name.
Arlyn, you're about to get massacred by all of these things around you.
3, 4. Okay. The goblins and hobgoblins up top would have fired off at the two that were dipping out a second ago, Felgren and Jean. Only one would have been good enough to hit Felgren. And believe it or not, he's just going to take it still. He is taking a lot of damage. He's starting to look a lot rougher, admittedly here. Arlyn, you've got
Unreal.
one bugbear coming up from behind you. I believe that was actually close enough.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
And the one hobgoblin above. He's just gonna turn over
Was he close?
and was he not? Was he further off? I could certainly
Which
be
one?
mistaken. That the bugbear that was just behind you a second ago? Here?
Was that bugbear up top? If anything?
You know, honestly, I do not
killed the
recall
one
for
up
him.
top,
I do not
remember?
recall for him. So I'll tell you what, just for the hobgoblin here. I'll take it easy here. That's fine.
Where was that hobgoblin up top?
Which one?
These are like the ones next to me.
The one beside you is on top of the bridge. Yeah.
Okay. And he would have attacked me?
And he is firing down. Yeah, he's going to be the only attack coming at you right now.
He can attack me from the bridge while I'm under the bridge?
Yes, because a good portion of it was blown away, so it is carved out
Oh, lovely.
currently.
Ready to
Killed my dragon.
That's a 17 to hit.
And that misses.
misses. All right, all right.
My goodness.
Freaking
Gonna have to do better than that.
Bulky squad over here just
Holding it
running
down.
through
Doing
goblins.
something.
It's getting tight though, as you can now see 2 more bugbears prepping just past you, and the one now just standing in front of you, arms out, blade in hand, and blocking off your path with this like gnarly grin. And as more and more start to appear, goblins start riding their way up top. Felgren is going to call out, there's more outside the gate, be careful guys! And calling out to you guys with one final, guys, I hate to be the one to say this, but the fake goblin, the one with the hair, he's down. And that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
No!
Can I roll it, Dink? What?
I didn't expect you guys to be stuck in this encampment
The whole
this
session.
whole way. Yeah,
entire
this has been
session,
crazy.
Wow.
It's just
man.
every turn has been something else insane.
How come we didn't turn him into a giant direwolf?
You know what it is? Straight up, because Tristan, as NPCs, every single time, I brought it up like 11 times, has said, like, no, that's the worst idea ever. And so I've just kind of
For
been
which
like,
one?
yeah. Just saying, like, let's just get big and escape. I was just like, oh, yeah, I can just
Oh,
turn into
yeah,
giant
yeah.
animals twice.
No, let
and
him
just
get
escape
big.
that way. And every time it's been like, that's the worst idea. You'll be covered in ants or whatever. So it's just like...
Because if Barry like this became the size of us,
yeah, then me as a
you
large-sized
as a dire,
creature
as a
would have
large-sized
been
creature would have been
gargantuan.
big enough for
Yeah.
us to hop on.
It would have been pretty
Yeah,
scary.
for sure.
So the potion works on what you become, not what you are?
What?
No.
If I became a direwolf,
I think
and
it
then
brings
drank
you up
it,
one size.
Yeah.
Huh.
then
But you're not a but you're
You
not a
guys
direwolf.
may be
It
able to
brings you up
test
a
this
size.
soon. Until then,
Well,
we love you
Sorry, I
guys.
forgot we were still
God
alive.
bless.
he doesn't have any more wild
See you
streaks
next
though.
week.
Love you guys. Bye-bye. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Manny from Divine Inspiration. And today I wanted to talk about something that I think we all go through at least once or twice in our life. And it's when life takes an unexpected turn that maybe we were really, really excited for. And it's a bit of a letdown. It doesn't matter if you've carefully crafted the plan or anything like that. It can immediately be shut down. Well, it can feel very frustrating, like all the effort was completely wasted. But God doesn't close doors just to leave you stuck. He does it to lead you to something better. Revelation 3:8, have it up here, says, "See, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut." And it reminds us that God opens doors that nobody else can. And he closes doors to protect us and redirect us. And so what feels like rejection is often just a redirection. And what seems like loss may be God protecting us from something that we weren't supposed to experience in our life. And a lot of that could be negative things as well. So if a door has closed, don't panic. Don't force it open. Just wait on God. Wait on God and trust that he sees the full picture that we don't see. And the door he opens next might just lead to the place you were meant to be all along. And so My prayer is that we are able to trust God when even the doors that we really want to walk through close on us. And for God to remind us that he's always working for our good no matter what, and he's leading us in the right path. We just have to trust God then and ask him to lead us in the right path. So hope you guys enjoyed the session, and we will see you guys next week. And that was this week's Divine Inspiration. See you guys.